All right, like we are good to go. Like we are live. It's always a good thing. My son is
Sure, he
beating
didn't get a
on.
copyright strike for that song. He's
Yeah,
writing his own background music.
I know, right? All right, so I got that on there. Let's see. Let me put that on here as well. All right, this is episode 177 of the First and Framerates podcast. Myself, VF Baller, DJ81, Bill Sports. We are back at it again. Shout out to everybody who's been supporting the podcast through Patreon. Also, if you have been sharing the podcast or hitting the like button, it's always appreciated. Thank you guys. We really appreciate it. And we're going to get right into it. We're going to start off with the Xbox buying out Bethesda. We're going to talk about these pre-orders of the Xbox series and the PS5. We're going to touch on that a little bit. And we're going to talk about these picks from the NFL Week 2. I think I still got to pull those up and get those together. So we're going to get that up and running.
I was about to say, I was wondering.
Yeah,
I was about to say, I was wondering who wrote that down, because I know I didn't write shit down at all. So
yeah, so I'm gonna put this up on social media and we're gonna get going. Shout out to everybody in the chat already. Got King David, we got G-Rob, we got Spectacular Pooh. He's on the other side on Twitch. We are also streaming on Twitch as well. If you don't want to come through on YouTube, we're over there as well, so we can chat with you guys over there as well. All right, let's get into it. DJ, what's been going on? Oh my God, this thing is on.
What the hell is going on over there?
Yeah, that's my headphones.
Okay,
that's my headphones.
All right,
Twitch was on.
Overall,
Twitch was on. The speakers
gotcha.
on. So,
Gotcha.
DJ, what's going on with you?
Over on my end, weekend was okay. Okay, so yeah, the weekend was good. Watched the NFL games, watched my team lose, and it's a rebuild, so I'm not stressing like everybody else is on Twitter. And still playing these games. Been playing NHL 20. I'm playing that up until 21 comes out. And Mike, where is that update for NBA 2K21 on PC? Hurry up.
I was about to ask about that. Because I was thinking about buying NBA 2K21 and there's still no update, huh?
Not on PC. I'm like, it was there for Xbox and PS4, which I wound up getting the Mamba edition. So
right,
I'm already gonna get as far as my next gen options. I'm gonna wind up getting both consoles. I'm gonna get the PS5 and I'm gonna get the Xbox Series S.
Yeah,
and the S is gonna be the companion to my PC.
I was just about to say that people have a PC, the S is like perfect for that. Real quick, Spectpooheagles said I recommend using Restream for link in chats. I already tried that. The YouTube version of it will not come through, so I'll have to probably like relicense my PC, not PC, but relicense my account on YouTube for it to work. I've tried it, but I do have I link chats over here on what's this called? StreamYard. So it works over here, so I kind of didn't pursue it after that. Bills, what's been going on with you, man? You've been pretty quiet lately.
Yeah, I've been busy, man. I've been busy.
Yeah, you look like you've been running through the ringer.
Yeah, I've been tired. I've been busy. I played a little bit of WWE Battlegrounds. It's pretty good. Played a little Madden today. Still good. All this complaining is very unwarranted.
Yeah, about that. I wanted to touch on that as well because I'm glad you said that.
Yeah, I've been playing 2K a little bit, and I watched all the football on Sunday. So yeah, that's pretty much my weekend.
Okay, that sounds good. So, real quick with Madden, I did play Madden a little bit because a lot of people were saying that there's an issue with Madden since the patch with the drops and stuff. So I played it for about I cut it around about 7 o'clock. I started playing it, and when I was playing it, I noticed that the drops was not a problem. So I don't know what everybody's talking about. I can't say. I know I got the patch because it was like a 3 gigabyte patch on PC. So I did get it. And once that went through, I wanted to check it out because I see what everybody was saying. But No, at the end of the day, I think at the end of the day, I'm still good. I can't speak for everybody else.
I think what I noticed as far as on my timeline, and you know me, when I check out stuff, if there's an issue, I always check that top left-hand corner to see what mode it's in. And once again, comp mode is where the issue seems to be mostly at. I haven't seen one issue as far as, because the human has to interact with the button pressing, in which there may be a timing issue. I'm like, it may not be registering. I don't know, but a lot of those issues are coming. A lot of the clips I'm seeing are a lot of comp gameplay. So,
yeah, I'm not surprised when you said that, because most of the issues, I mean, Bill, to tell you, when we see an issue, it's usually on some other mode, or it's either is online, right? So it's either one of the two. So it's like, all right, whatever the case may be, it is what it is.
They got it.
Yeah, I was like, it is what it is. Let's see. Neff one says, Bill, lay off the women before you go live.
hey, you know what, Neff? You know what? Stay out of my business, bro.
Yeah.
Stay out of my business. All right. Well, what I do in my downtime away from this podcast is my business.
Wait a minute, Bills. Your downtime, or wait a minute, Bills. Your downtime or her downtime?
Or her going downtime. Well, we're not gonna talk about this.
Well,
let's keep going. Let's keep going. Let's just sweet passes. All right, Neff is bringing up. You know, I did not have sex with her. All right, I didn't even. All right, let's.
Hey, I remember, and I know a lot of y'all may not remember this. This was way back 1995. No Limit Records, Master P, one of his old albums.
It ain't my fault.
No, it was before that.
Before that? Damn.
He had this skit called Reverend Do Wrong. And Reverend Do Wrong, Reverend Do Wrong was preaching. He said, one time Sister Betty came to me and needed a little pair of shoes for her son or something like that. He said, well, if she got these pair of shoes, I made sure I got what I needed to get. So Sister Betty did me. I didn't do her.
Oh my god!
It was so
funny. Man, that sounds like too short, and that sounds like it sounds like fairy tales by Too Short.
Right. Freaky Tales by Too Short.
You know how long? Yeah, Freaky Tales. That's why I was saying fairy tales. Freaky Tales. Yeah.
Dave Ten Eagle said people don't want to play, want real football play. Let me tell you something. I don't care what nobody say. Y'all can get mad at me all you want. Y'all can get mad. Y'all can go ahead and tell everybody in the sim community. I'm in love with Madden 21 on the field. I don't like there's no ref.
And it's playing better. It's playing better after the patch. I've noticed.
Yeah, I agree.
As far as the quarterbacks, AI is a bit better.
I'm dead serious when I say this. I am having a blast with Madden 21, and I thought it was going to be a game that I would stream and I'll go through the motions, and I was like, okay, I find fun here and there. I am thoroughly impressed with what they have on the field. Like I said, I wish the chain gang was there. I wish the refs was there, and I kind of wish the crowd was a little bit more immersed. But as far as X's and O's and what the players are doing and interacting and stuff, I don't have a problem with the game. And I'm dead. I mean, it's not perfect, but I don't have a problem with it. If you get this game and play it, I think you'll have a pretty good time. I can't say it enough. Yeah. But nevertheless, let's get into these let's get into Xbox buying out Bethesda. I know most of y'all may not really, most people here come here for sports, but I think we do talk about gaming as well. And I want to elaborate on that. DJ, what are your thoughts about them acquiring Bethesda? Because this is a pretty big deal. A lot of people don't want to admit it, but it is actually a pretty big deal.
Well, that's what I thought. I thought it was a big deal since Microsoft can't come up with good games out of their own studio. They gotta go and acquire more studios. Now, that's not really a knock on them as much as it sounds like it is. You want to get quality, like some type of like quality studios under your wings. Maybe they can produce better games. Bethesda recently has been on a downtrend as far as their games outside of Doom. So
I could agree with that.
This is a good deal for Microsoft. but I have an issue. It's an underlying issue with gaming in general that this move creates, and that is exclusivity. I have a huge
I got a
issue
question.
there.
What are your thoughts about exclusivity? Elaborate on that a little bit.
Well, we have people out here celebrating the fact that Microsoft did this. The same people mad at EA for having an exclusive license with the NFL. It's just
wait a minute. Wait,
because
wait.
I look at the
wait.
fact that if you're gonna be mad, wait, go ahead.
The thing is, DJ. The reason why people are allowed to be mad about Madden.
Boy.
No, this is gonna be.
I'm listening.
Yeah, this is gonna be their logic. The reason why we're allowed to be mad. What's going on, BigZayMack?
He had to show up with that Cardinals.
Oh,
jersey.
come on, man. You're taller than Kyler Murray. You wearing that man's jersey.
Hey, man.
Anyway.
How I'm taller than Kyler Murray.
Shit, KB3's taller than Kyler Murray.
If you get a game day Kyler Murray jersey that he actually wears on the field, my son can wear it.
Hey, man, y'all got to get off the future MVP, man. Get off the future MVP. Of the National Football
Zay's
League.
jersey is just as clean as Kyler's was after Sunday's game. So I'm
gonna get D-Hop to put it on if you want.
Put it this way, Kyler's parents had to sign his contract.
Hey, y'all not gonna do me like this, man. You're not gonna do my quarterback like this.
He had to go to high chair to get to the contract.
Motherfucker wearing lips in his cleats and talking about he 5'10". That
motherfucker
like
doing this, but your quarterback bills. Tom Brady came in that thing with a wheelchair. He came in a wheelchair and a walker. Then you go and get Gronkowski. You know he's not on them roids. He ain't throwing little babies around. He don't look the same.
Couple things.
And wait a minute, didn't Gronk lose the 24/7 title before he went back to football? So he was a loser going into the season.
Oh, he was terrible now.
Hey, Bill, listen, I can't save you, man. I can't say my team don't know nothing about onside kicks.
Oh yeah, because your team is trash.
If we're gonna talk about the Bucks, they got a dub last weekend. That's all I care about.
Oh, we did too.
Y'all did.
Hi, DJ. Okay. We did too. Hi, DJ.
Look. You take your miniature quarterback.
Courtesy of Troy Apke.
Hey, I like him against us.
Yeah,
I like him.
Yeah, you like him very much.
I can't talk. I ain't got no.
I'm not gonna hate on
social distancing onside kicks is a new trend. Started in Atlanta. The ATL.
I'm not gonna hate on the Cardinals, but you showing up in that Kyler Murray jersey just greasy as hell. Let me get back to the point I was making about Bethesda real quick. Okay. I'm sorry, Madden. So yeah. The reason why people will say they can be outraged about Madden having exclusivity is because Madden's a yearly title. So they'll say, well, there was a great game that was in the same genre and they beat them out. But it's like they keep forgetting that 2K took themselves out of the race.
They did.
That's why I don't like that argument. I agree with you. I think it should be consistent across the board. If you're going to be mad about exclusivity in one spot, you have to be mad about it in general.
Same energy. Yeah.
We talk about Bethesda and FIFA, right? We talk about it
right
all around. So,
yeah, and that's the underlying bottom line with me is that you're happy about this, but you weren't happy about the other thing. And then we got cheerleaders out here. Oh God.
Well, that's how it is when the console.
Izzy, I gave you the advocate title, and then you just outed yourself once again as a fanboy. So yes, really I called you out by name because you was it was just like you was in a rodeo contest or something. You were like riding all damn day. Got the Microsoft flag and everything going out there. Didn't he change his logo to wasn't it green going into this whole thing? Talking about Izzy.
Oh shit!
Yeah, Obi was waving that flag, man. He was
waving that flag.
What my man said, like you on the bottom row. I'd have cooked your ass. I'm gonna let you live.
I'm not gonna.
I want to let everybody know, like Neff don't usually come here, and everybody else pretty much know who BigZayMack is. BigZayMack is an artist out of Mississippi. What is that?
Yes, sir.
I can't remember the name of the city, man, because a lot of people don't.
Columbus. A lot of people don't know what it is.
Whatever it is, it's racist as hell. That's
I'm gonna tell you, Neff, since you don't know, you think you look like Ice Cube. I mean, he is a rapper and he does have excellent music. What you need to do, you need to go check out his music. Go to Amazon. I'm gonna put the link.
Spotify.
Yeah.
Go to Amazon Music or whatever and find this man's music. I'm not joking. There's some good stuff right here.
Man, you too kind. Thank you, man. You too kind, man.
You're gonna hear collab from us too, bro. I'm working on it.
Overdue. We overdue for that, man.
I'm working on it.
Definitely. Yeah. This ain't no.
Damn, Pooh said incest. Jesus.
Yeah, no, Pooh saying that, so you already know what time it is.
His fans take after OBJ as far as their
and his Eagles are 0-2.
It'll be 0-3.
All right, everybody right there in the chat, that's the link to one of his albums. You can go to Amazon, definitely go pick that up. I highly recommend it. I picked it up. I heard it on Amazon. I definitely had to go buy it. As soon as I heard the second song I bought it immediately. And you guys won't be disappointed. I mean it. And I'm not joking. And I'm not saying that because he's here. I will say that if he wasn't here, I would say it if he didn't like me. I would say it if he wanted to.
I don't know about that, VS.
I don't know about that.
Hey,
I don't know about that.
What'd you say last week on the podcast?
Hey, if you make good, I'm gonna be honest. I may not have to like you, you may not have to like me, but if you make good content,
I respect
everybody being exposed in this week's podcast.
There's only one person on this podcast that gives the devil their due when they don't fuck with somebody, and that's DJ. Because you know me, you will ras the fuck out of somebody if we don't like this. If they don't like us, and you say, I'm like, man, Big Zay back with no rapping ass. I'm like, it could be the dopest song ever. I'm like, man, Kyler Murray jersey wearing ass.
Hey, fuck him. That's smoother what I said, man. Fuck him.
I plead the fifth. Man. I plead the fifth.
Before we talk about football, I want to show y'all guys something. Because I'm a Cardinals fan, but you know how sick I was yesterday. Look at this. I'm a gambling man. Hopefully y'all can see it. Can y'all see that? Look at them
zeros.
Yeah, I'm about to say, I see gambling zeros.
Look at the bottom of the last game.
Zoom it a little bit more.
Was that the Monday Nighter?
Yes. And look, and who won?
The Raiders won that one. Didn't I pick the Raiders?
$1,000.
That's my adopted team. I could have told you that. Hold on. Wait a minute. Say that again.
Well, I lost. I bet 50 to win 16,000. All they had to do was win.
All they had to do was win.
Wow. So you picked the Saints? Wow.
It's hard not to, man.
He's right. I agree with that. You gotta understand what the Raiders is still average or whatever. The Saints are bona fide gonna give you points. They can win games, and it's their first game of the season. The Raiders could have been shook, but I thought the Raiders. I picked the Raiders because of other reasons, but I see where he's coming from.
I think I picked. I don't know. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. I think I picked the Raiders too, but VS, you're gonna. Okay, good. I want to make sure.
All right, real quick.
I should have sent my goddamn picks in, man.
Yeah, you should have.
I have them down, but
Big Zay, you know about Xbox buying Bethesda, right?
Yes, sir.
What are your thoughts about it?
For $7.2 billion, I better see some better Doom games and stuff coming out. Like, justify the purchase. That's all I gotta say. Justify the purchase. Are you still gonna honor the games that were coming out for PS5 exclusives now that Xbox owns the company? Are you gonna honor those? Those are questions I would say to them, because now that you bought it, it could look like a power move, but until they actually do something about it, we don't know what it's gonna be.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, on paper is a big move, but I mean, you're right. I mean, how are they going to implement their authority over Bethesda as far as what goes to other platforms or whatnot? It makes a big difference. Like you said, are the other games that are already, let's say, halfway done, 80% done, are they going to still come to PS5? Because they're already developed for the console. So why would they like all of a sudden just nix it and just don't send them over there when they were already being developed for it? So yeah, that's true. True. I think it's a really big move. I like what I see. Xbox needed this. They need stuff like this because last generation they were the laughing stock. I mean, nobody can't deny it. I mean, once PS4 is making all these games, and then they got Street Fighter 5, and then they got some other exclusive stuff, and then all their exclusives are actually good, and Xbox is falling off with their exclusives. I like the fact that Xbox actually is bouncing back. I think that's a really good move because now you weigh your options between the two consoles, not as one-sided as it was.
No, you can't.
You know what my thing is.
No, you can't.
Know what my thing is though, bro. All these people online talk about exclusives and they only play 2 games a year, and they're both multi-plats. Because every time you look at them posting clips or talking about a game, it's either Call of Duty, 2K, Madden, something like that. That's a multiplat. But they'll be the first people like, well, Xbox don't got no games. Well, how the fuck would you know? You play multiplat. You're on both consoles. So I mean,
you don't see them pulling out like Dishonored or something
Horizon,
like that.
right?
You don't see them playing that like that. They're playing like the regular games everybody will play.
And then they'd be the first people during the console war like, oh, Xbox don't got no game. I don't know how you could buy an Xbox. Well, shit, man. You need to play. You need to stay on the last gen consoles, bro. You just gonna keep playing multiplats.
You know what? You know what? Yeah, on the flip side of that, you got people that don't even play, that rarely play any Bethesda games. All of a sudden, they want to change their avatar to the Fallout boy, a la Kids Move.
Right.
Yeah, it's like they find any little bit of news on either side and they just jump on it, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, you should have seen how it was last year. These Xbox dudes was like so mad because what was it? The game where the cars be hitting the soccer ball.
Rocket
League. They were so mad about Rocket League being on PS4, but as soon as it came to Xbox, they were like so happy. They got the car emoji with the soccer ball next to it. They're like, y'all need to
they were also mad about No Man's Sky being just on PS4 and PC. So when they got next, all of a sudden it was like, yeah, No Man's Sky is the best thing ever. Like,
if Xbox fans could get their hands on MLB The Show, which they probably will end up doing, I guess next year, they'll jump on that in as a heartbeat. So them hating on PS4 and Sony in general is really just it's envy. They want those types of games. They downplay exclusives, but then they'll talk about the volume of exclusives that Xbox hasn't released. And that's the funny thing. They want to talk about the volume, but not the quality, right? It's like Sony can announce a new God of War, and they'll say, but we have more. It's like, yeah, we get it, bro. Like,
but it's not God of War.
Just pick your console. Fuck, man. It's crazy, bro. I'm
gonna end up getting both. Eventually, I'm gonna end up getting both. But right now, like, I don't see a reason to jump on one. Like, I mean, Neff said right here. Let's see. He said my PC is better than both any next gen console, but streaming movies, I might get both. I mean, I'm gonna end up getting them as well, so I do understand where it's coming from.
I wouldn't necessarily.
I won't use it for that. I'm not getting it for that.
No, not you. I'm talking about Neff making that statement. What are your rig stats? Because
I knew that was coming. I knew that
there was going to be certain things.
See somebody buy a PC, and then you see how they do, Bills. Somebody get a PC now, all of a sudden.
Because I'm not even going and saying that my rig is going to be better than any next gen console, but there are certain things that these consoles are going to be able to do.
See, what I'll say,
you have to update certain things in your current rig to do.
So what I'll say is this: since I wasn't here last week, shout out to NBA Live Girl. She's in the building.
Yeah, what's going on, NBA Live Girl?
Hey, what's up?
What I'll say since I wasn't here last week, the PS5. Oh boy, it's like my thing is I wanted to play The Last of Us 2 and see how it was as a PS5 experience. And now because they're saying a lot of those games aren't going to even get a bump graphically and performance-wise on the PS4, it's a bit underwhelming right now for me. So I'm probably going to go with the Xbox on release. I'm going to try to get an Xbox before I get a PS5 because that really was the game I wanted to play on the PS5 was Last of Us 2.
Xbox just doesn't have any titles. That's my opinion.
But
console-wise, Xbox is a better console. Performance-wise, I'm going to give that to Xbox. But the titles that I want to play come out for PlayStation.
But God
of War is a PlayStation game. Horizon Forbidden West, PlayStation. You can play sports on any game, but
here's the thing, though. Xbox is a better console. The multipliers are going to play better on Xbox because I want to see what 2K is like on release day and Madden. That's why I really want to play that's why I'm really going to get the Xbox first. And then when those exclusives start to roll out, by all means, I'll be at a PS5. I'm getting both of them, just like BF said. It's just a matter of what's a priority right now. I mean, Last of Us 2, if it doesn't get a bump, if it doesn't get remastered or something on the PS5, I mean, what did they say? Miles Morales is releasing on the PS4 too, which means it's not
and that's the thing with me, Bill.
Built for the PS5.
See, that's the thing about me. That's what made me pause on the PS5 because I was going to pre-order it. But when I found out not only Miles Morales, the new Horizon game is built on the PS4 as well.
Bro. And here's the thing, VF. Here's what kills me is me and Izzy were having a conversation, and that's where DJ, when we were talking about the conversation on Twitter, this is what it was. His boy was like, well, I don't get why people are making such a big deal about Horizon and Miles Morales being on PS4. Well, what the fuck do you mean?
That was the big
want the games to be built for next gen.
Yeah,
that was the biggest argument when the Pro and the X came out. They didn't want the base PS4 and the base Xbox One holding these games back.
And I know me and DJ did. Oh, go on.
Yeah, I was about to say, and it's funny because when I look back at that, I was under the impression that it was going to be on PS4 based on what I was looking at, the footage, because I didn't see anything that was next gen. But come to find out that day they showcased it for PS5 when they revealed the price was the day they said it will also be on PS4. I was like, to me, it felt like no shit. That's what I was seeing.
Exactly, because that's when they did it. Because that's when I fell back. I was like, you know what? I'm waiting for Gran Turismo. Because when Gran Turismo 7 come out, I'm pretty sure they're gonna have a bundle. Because just like they did with the Gran Turismo Sport, they had a bundle that came out. I already had a PS4 at the time, but they had a bundle that you could buy with it. Same thing with Forza Motorsport. I'm pretty sure they're gonna. But I'm gonna probably get an X before then. But I want to get something along with it that I don't have anywhere else. But if that's the case, I'm just gonna get Game Pass on my PC.
But that's my thing when people talk about console sellers, or this is a console seller, this is a console seller. God of War is a console seller.
Yes,
There's no mistake about it. It is built for the PS5. But how can you call a game that's on the PS4 a console seller? I mean, if that's you specifically, if you're already thinking about getting a PS5, then it might be a console seller. But if I'm looking at games built for the PS5, it's not a console seller to me.
Right.
That's my only thing. I want a game that is exclusively made for the power of the PS5. So when I play it, I say, "Oh shit! Well, you can't play this on a PS4."
What about Demon Souls?
See, that could be. I'm not a Demon Souls fan.
PS3 game though.
Yeah, but I'm gonna tell you what though. I'm not. That's what I'm saying. I'm not a Demon Souls fan, but I can see that remake being a console seller. I can see that, and I'm not even a Demon Souls fan.
But that's what I'm saying. It's like I'm not a Demon Souls fan. So for me, it's like, okay, well, where's The Last of Us 2 remastered? Because even then, okay, it was great on the PS4. You put it on the PS5 with, updated graphics and updated performance, fine, I'll get the console. But if you're not touting that and you're talking about console sellers, right now for PS5, there are none for me. That's just honest. I mean, when I'm thinking about console sellers, like what's going to make me go out and get a next-gen console? 2K being built from the ground up is going to make me go and get a next-gen console.
It probably won't be. I got a feeling.
2K
They literally have come out and said that's what they're doing. That's why they split the teams.
I don't believe that.
Oh, you're talking about no. 2K has a reputation of actually doing this every generation. So
hey, you remember 2K14 360 to 2K14 Xbox One? You remember that?
Yeah, but here's the thing. I see what Big Zay is saying though. Here's the thing: if it's not, then they would have.
I need my money back. I'm about to say, I need my money back.
Right, because people bought the 99, bought the Mamba forever.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So they got to be able to follow through. And just like, you know, when you look at the fact that they want you, like for the game price itself, it's $70 on next gen. That means I need something different than what's on current gen right now. That's why people who bought Madden, shame on you guys.
Don't do that.
Yeah, I will do that because I didn't. I didn't do that.
Oh, man, all right.
And I'll backtrack my statement on Madden too. I'll backtrack a little bit.
No, you're good.
Go ahead. What was your statement before I get
of course,
into this?
Okay.
I was all on the I'm still saying hashtag fix Madden franchise. I was saying it was a bad game because of that reason. But some little honey dip I talked to, she went back and she bought me the game again because she knows I love football. So light flicks, but
and that's talking about me. Wait, and that's talking about me. Jump on this man. Nah,
she did that. She did that because I love football. But I'm playing it now. The gameplay, I'm gonna give it to them. Gameplay is nice to me. I've always liked playing with the defensive end. I'm a Cards fan. Going off the line with Chandler Jones is super easy now compared to how it used to be. The only knock I have against the gameplay now when I play head-to-head, I'm tired of the Chiefs. I'm tired of the Ravens. Let me play somebody else.
Man, let me tell you.
That's based on your opponents, man. I mean, that's what
That's all they play. That's all they play. Then
that's what you're gonna get, bro. That's based on humans, though. You can't really control that, unfortunately.
Yes, you can, because if I'm up 20-0 in the second quarter, finish the game. Like, you chose to pick one of the best teams on the game. Finish it. Like, that's your fault. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, it's like, all right. For that reason alone, come on, man.
Bro, I feel you.
Not even.
That's stupid, man.
Yeah, no, that ain't it.
Big Zay was like, you want to be in my video? Go.
No, don't do it like that.
Go slide and get me mad real quick, all right?
Hey, that's what I do, man. Hey, man.
No, but I feel what you're saying, man. The gameplay is pretty solid, man. Like, once you get the hang of it, it's a good game. It's just that all that extra stuff is lacking, man, and it hurts the game, man. That's what bothers me, you know.
And they try to tell you on the yard. I don't like it because to me it's too much arcadey. If I want that, I'll go play NFL Blitz or one of those old games, NFL Street. I'll go play that if I want that. Like, I don't care.
Or the yard.
Yeah, like the yard. Yeah. Like, I like playing franchise. The fact that it's the same franchise since Madden 19, Madden 18 is
18. The same as 18. Probably
the best franchise mode Madden was 12. The last one,
I agree.
Best one.
So
I agree.
I simmed a franchise with the Cowboys just to see like how the stats work, because the stats are like a big issue for me. And what I found was they still have this issue where if a guy's killing on your team, they don't keep track of his stats in the league leaders. They'll snub him.
See?
It's like certain things like that. They don't do the pass deflections correctly. Catches allowed correctly.
They finally got half sacks right, though. I noticed that.
It's like, why does everybody have 0 catches allowed?
Well, you sure that, son?
You know what I'm saying? It's just certain things.
Oh, he need his cup. I don't see his cup, baby.
My man came now. What's happening?
I told you he was gonna come back regularly.
He came back in like Tyrese.
He said, "Daddy,
he can't make out his cup. He left his cup down on the
floor. You got this nigga in the house again, mama. Mama, you got this nigga in the house again. Oh,
you stupid, man.
Man.
Oh, but no, I mean, I like it, man. I enjoy it. There's some things that could be done that was better. Like King David right here said, he loved the D-line interaction. It was really good. I've on my stream, I've been getting some phenomenal gameplay. Like, if you want to know, like, what I think about the game, just go and look at 5, 10. Hell, you can watch the entire stream. I haven't had any real big issues with the gameplay. I actually like it. It was really good. I played against the Chiefs. I neutralized them. I used the game plan and it worked. I held them 20 points. It worked because I basically ran the ball to keep them on the sideline because every time they got on the field, they were damn near running up and down the field on me.
Look,
so
they are so easy to beat. The Chiefs and Ravens are easy to beat. And I know everybody out there that's watching this, if y'all play online, y'all play them all the time too. Well, I play with zoning, so I play nickel defense 80% of the time. I'll just play a cover 6, control your line. They're always going to try to run up the middle. Then they're going to try to hit the tight end. If that doesn't work, they want to use a speed guy to go down the field. You press him at the line, you got him beat. That's all you have to do. And I hate doing that because that's all I'm playing. Play me with the Bills. Play me with the Buccaneers. Play me with somebody different so I can learn different schemes, you know? But I just hate playing against the same squad over and over.
The one thing I'll say about the broken tackles, I've been noticing the more I play is that the broken tackles seem to make more sense this year. Like positioning wise, they seem to make more sense. There's a lot better animations. There's more intricate animations.
Not only that, Bill, animations in general are very good in this game. And there's nothing wonky going on. It's very little bit of wonkiness going on in Madden 21. I can honestly say that.
Yeah,
and we haven't had smooth gameplay like this in a long time. I mean, outside of like when the game first released, you have 1 or 2 patches and the game is totally different.
Yeah, on the field, I can't complain at all.
Yeah, on the field, I think is a great. All the other stuff should at least come through and actually be right. What's up, Doug Thomas? He's here. Appreciate you. Shout out to everybody who's on the Patreon right now, man. Doug Thomas is one of our recent members of the Patreon. Shout out to him.
Oh, so, by the way, I just want to remind y'all one more time. If y'all thought hashtags did anything, why are they releasing the patch for your mode that is so coveted the day that the next gen consoles come out?
Bro, I'm not.
Pay attention.
Bro, I'm not going to say anybody's name, but somebody's out here starting another franchise. I mean, another hashtag for next gen. Yep.
I know Sim started one that was logical.
I don't agree.
Well, if you watch SGO's video, he basically mentioned what I talked about when it came to people using hashtags. You got the people for the wrong reasons. That's why they don't work.
But this is the thing, and I don't want to get on this too long. I want to go ahead and jump into the pre-orders real quick. The problem with a hashtag, what makes hashtags successful is they're legitimately grassroots. They just happen. You can't say, hey, everybody, let's start this and expect for something to happen. When the fixed franchise mode on hashtag, that was organic. That just happened. You don't just say, hey, everybody, let's create the watch first and frame rates hashtag. Yo, we're going to be the only 4 that's putting that shit out there.
But
it has to be organic.
I asked Izzy this question about that hashtag. I said, you put out the fixed Madden franchise hashtag and it blew up and everybody went crazy like, oh, we did it, right? You're not getting an update until the next gen consoles come out, but they put Colin Kaepernick in the game.
They got him
so I don't want to hear shit about what they
he owe people for his rating too.
But I don't want to hear what they can and can't do when they're doing that and then they say, hey, remember the Xbox is coming out November 10th. The current gen, you'll get your update on November 10th. So come on, bro. Like, and then Blue says it was probably easy for them to do that. Let me tell you something. It was easy for them to work on franchise like they claimed they were going to do last year too. And guess what? We're still sitting here waiting until November 10th to get current gen improvements. Who even knows what it's going to look like on next gen? Yo, let me tell you something. Let the franchise be a port on next gen release day.
Nah, let's talk.
People,
pre-orders, man. Let's talk about the pre. I don't even want to go there, bro.
Hey, that goes into pre-orders.
Man, that's some bullshit. Did they do that? See, let them do that.
What if they already plan to do that? What if they plan to do that from the jump?
They did.
There's a lot of things they plan to do for the jump.
I'm not gonna lie. I believe that. I believe they did.
Big Zay, remember, this is how I know it's gonna be a port. Because they were giving examples of improvements they were gonna add in patches to next gen too, which means it is gonna be a port of the franchise mode. The gameplay might be different. They might have different player models. There might be a lot of shit that's different. All the shit they're advertising in the trailer, they didn't mention franchise. They can bring all that. They can bring all that new shit, and you're still gonna be playing the same bare bones ass franchise. You're starting playing linebacker and nickel on third, and you're gonna be heated like, oh my god, this game looks amazing. I feel like I'm on the field, but fuck, this franchise sucks. So maybe next February you'll get the improvements for the next gen version. It's like, bro, it's crazy. They just keep kicking that can down the road, and people keep making these hashtags, and they just keep laughing, looking at how many people bought the fucking game in August. They set a record for that.
Shoot, it's not even just that. It's just the amount of engagement. Whether you got it for free or you bought it, the engagement level was sky high.
That goes back to what that goes exactly back to what I'm saying. If you're playing this game, all EA does is go look at your friends list, or they just go to whatever platform you're playing on and look. They see what game you're playing, and they're going to use that to say, "Hey, we got X amount of people playing the game." And all it's going to do is make more people buy the game.
And they go into more detail. They'll know which mode you're playing. I'm like, when you say yes at the beginning, which a lot of people zip through that gives them permission to do all that.
And that's
collect data.
Big Willie says it might be a port. But I mean, the free update make me think it is, and that's a good point too.
And he got Rudy Gay as his avatar.
Wow. Yeah, that motherfucking nice and inconsistent showing up to the podcast. He got the right person. Anyway, thank you for coming, Big Willie. This is what I'll say. I don't think it's gonna be a port from the game as a whole, but I think the franchise mode is gonna be a port. Madden will add the
Falcon 4-quarter glitch.
Wow. Hey, where that say? I saw that, but I didn't put it on there.
Terrible. But yeah, bro, I don't know, man. It's so interesting. Like, they haven't said anything. They've kept it under wraps for the most part. They made a blanket statement essentially about next gen with FIFA and Madden, right? In that trailer. So I don't know, man. It's gonna be interesting. We got like a month until we start getting info, probably.
Man, you can't have ATL without the L at the end. Damn.
Yeah, you're right. I can't even talk noise, man. I mean, look, this is exactly what I was saying. Even when they lost the first game in the first game of the season, I mean, Matt Ryan throws for 450. 3 players get over 100 yards, and they still lose. This time, Matt does everything he's supposed to do. They put up 39 points, and they still like. Let's get into week 2. Let's get into week 2.
DJ, what's up?
You know what? You know their acronym is what? ATL, right?
Mm-hmm.
When they play, you know what it stands for, right?
Oh, here we go.
Taking losses.
Atlanta team. No, I call it. I say Atlanta team loss. That's what it stands for.
There's a lot of things you can do with that.
Always taking L's.
Let's get into week 2, fella. And I ain't got
nothing.
Did we do pre-orders yet?
No, it was going to do pre-orders next.
Yeah, let's do pre-orders. Let's go ahead and do the pre-orders. What do y'all think about how it was handled? Do y'all think it was handled okay? I think PS5 kind of botched it. I think the problem with Xbox was not specific with the series and the regular X, and I think they got a little bit overwhelmed because for some reason it just seems like more people wanted an Xbox more than the PS5. I'm not sure because
people see. Here's the thing. This is why I don't pay attention to these clowns on the internet. They made it seem like, oh shit, there's gonna be plenty of Xboxes left. I called GameStop 30 minutes after these motherfuckers opened. This shit was already gone, bro. All of them. I know they're gonna restock and have more pre-orders. We don't know when. They're probably gonna surprise people. Same with the PS5. They popped up like later that night, like, Walmart has some whatever. But I mean, I think they automatically handled it better than Sony because Sony just kind of dropped it on us and said, "Oh, here you go."
Sony botched it because Sony was supposed to do it the day before, and they ended up doing it in the middle of the night. So they kind of messed everybody up. What you about to say, Zay?
I'm gonna tell you. I really think there's some kind of conspiracy going on behind that. I'm gonna tell you why. because me and my partners, you know, everybody talk about the whole, you know, register. You got a chance, you know, send them an email. Got a chance to register for PS5. So we all bought the Mamba edition of 2K. We all got on PS4. That was what they gave 3 times for me. But man, no. But we all got the Mamba edition, and when we got it, we didn't have our VC. We didn't have none of the stuff we're supposed to have. So us being the N-words we are, hey yo, Sony, what's up with our shit? Like we spent this money, where we at, bro? And then, you know, they sent us DMs, all kinds of, hey, so what happened? How come you don't have it? Like, I don't know, bro. Here's my receipt. Got to do PayPal. This is from Sony. Woo, woo, woo. Like 10 seconds later, we got all the shit we were supposed to get. The next day, I checked my email and they said, oh, you can pre-register for PS5. I'm like, all right, bet. My partner said the same thing. And so, of course, time goes by. They come through and say, oh, yeah, boom, here you are. You got a chance to register. Then I realized not everybody who sent the email trying to register was able to get a PS5 pre-order, but we did. And I also noticed, because I'm going through Twitter and whatnot, everybody who seems to have an issue with Sony was able to register for a PS5. So I believe that they're trying to appease the people who had bad experiences with them. They're trying to make sure they get the next console to not deal with it. That's what I believe on that end. But then with the whole Best Buy and everything else, that was garbage. That was like pure, utter bullshit. Jeff Kingsley or Kingsley, whatever his name is, said that you'll have ample time to go and pre-order one. That never happened because they just dropped.
What you about to say? You about to say something? Oh no, go ahead. Go ahead. Who's next? Go ahead.
Those just disappeared like Jordans. That's all I'm gonna say.
What did they?
Those just disappeared like Jordan on release day. Man, I had my shit in the cart and I'm like, you know what, bro? I got some studio time I got to pay for.
I heard that.
Real quick, NBA Live Girl said they need to drop the next gen EA Sports trailer, drop a live Easter egg. I agree. I think
OG
they should.
is the Easter egg.
I don't think they have one to drop. I question how far along that game is. I don't think they have an Easter egg.
I don't think it's far along either, but just to put something out there would be nice. And Pooh said he thought some next gen EA Sports trailer, and then he said I don't trust EA in that regard. He also said PTSD on that shit.
If VF don't think I didn't, and VF don't think I didn't miss that, you putting your own comment up.
That's what I put. Because I was putting that after that. Because after what Pooh said, I was like, OG make it live. I'm on it. Because in Scott O'Gallagher, I trust. I think live is going to be pretty good. I don't think it's going to be the NBA live that we knew for the past 8-9 years. I trust Scott OG on the game.
I think since he's on the game, you gotta trust the process, like the 76ers.
Yeah, basically. Well, you can't tell
they took that process.
Yeah, you can't tell Pooh the 76ers fan. You can't tell him that.
Well, he wanted to break up Simmons and Embiid, and it's just like,
well, shit. If you trust in the process like the Sixers, that means they're gonna put a trash game out for 3 years.
That's what I'm saying.
They already did that.
I mean,
like rinse, wash, and repeat.
With OG, put a trash game out for 3 years and then put a good one out like 2024 or some shit.
Mm-hmm.
Right. We finally did that one game. BJ, what are your thoughts about the pre-orders? Give both sides for PS5 or Xbox. What are your thoughts about it?
Well, obviously PS5 messed up, but I think the fuck up was more on the stores, the retailers themselves, because what I'm hearing is that once one store broke, their pre-order, everybody else had to come through and open theirs up.
Yeah.
It became a rat race after that.
But broke it first.
They said Walmart.
I think Walmart. Yeah, Walmart went first, and then I think it was Best Buy and GameStop or something like that.
Some of them went up like literally right after the conference. So
right.
Yeah, because no, they didn't go up right after the conference. Let me tell you what they did.
No, it went up.
Did
not
they
right
after,
a few hours afterwards.
Yeah, because that's what they did. They said that they will be available the next day. It was supposed to be the next day. It was supposed to be up, and all of a sudden, Walmart. Somebody put it on Twitter. I don't know who it was. Somebody put it on Twitter saying, "Hey, you guys, Walmart's already doing pre-orders." And after that, the bomb fell out. And that was maybe about.
I saw Walmart. Somebody said that around 5:00. then they said they were gone. Then they said Walmart will be back up at 9:00.
Oh wow! Because I knew it because once somebody put it out there on Twitter that Walmart was doing it, it was like 30 minutes later. Then it was GameStop, and then it was Best Buy. the bottom was
so trash.
And then the thing about it is, even the Sony website didn't even have them yet, so all of them had it first though.
Bro,
Yeah,
because I
because
had it in the cart, man. I couldn't
bro,
get it.
I got one through them, man. But do you know, like I got two internet apps on the phone. I had to get off of Google Chrome and go to actual Samsung internet. I'm one of those trash people to Android.
Okay, yeah. So you got the base just say the little circle internet.
The little circle internet. And that's how I was able to get mine. Because even right now, if I pull up Best Buy on Google Chrome, I can't get to the website. It says something wrong with it. I still got a PS5 in the cart right now.
Yep. Yeah, because I know it was a friend of mine saying that he tried to do it on his phone, and it just kept saying on Amazon, kept saying something went wrong.
Mm-hmm.
So he could never get to it. But yeah, it was crazy.
But you know what? Bill,
go ahead, DJ.
Yeah, because I haven't even got the Xbox side of it.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, because just the last thing on PS5, even before all that, Sony still only gave everybody like a day. Wow. Yep. Still down.
It's still in the cart. Like it's in the cart right now.
But even so, Sony only gave like people maybe 1 day, and obviously they didn't get that 1 day notice because of Walmart. Right. So
because it was supposed to be 1 day at a set time, and that was supposed to be everybody could go to the store. And this is the thing. I didn't even think it was going to be up for pre-order online. I could be wrong, but the impression I got was it was going to be up tomorrow. Go to the stores and you can pre-order. I didn't even know they could do online. I didn't even know they were doing online pre-orders at that time.
Yep.
Somebody just went online and happened to see it because I thought everybody had to go to Walmart or go to Best Buy or go to GameStop and actually stand in line or whatever. I don't even remember them saying anything about online pre-orders. And that was another reason why it was chaos.
But that's what sucks about GameStop is that their pre-orders were basically, I guess they made a lot of them the store pickup variety.
Right.
Because you would call the store and then they said, nah, like we're sold out. So it's like, regardless, like whether you're picking up or getting delivered, like it's fucking like they're gone, bro.
Right.
So, I mean, it was like utter chaos, bro. I never seen nothing like it in my life.
Now, as far as Xbox is concerned, yes, the appearance of a more organized pre-order process was here. I'm like, they told everybody, hey, this is what time the pre-orders are going to start. And pre-orders, I guess, started around that time. But the only problem with Microsoft is that they didn't have as many available as Sony. Sony had a little bit more.
Yeah, I think where is it in the chat? Go ahead. I'm gonna see if I can find it real quick.
So the quick sellout on Microsoft was because they didn't have that many in the first place. Both companies said beforehand we weren't going to have that many copies available like we did, previous gens and stuff like that. Obviously, due to COVID and whatnot. Go ahead.
Right, shout out to Quaface. He says, right, GameStop had like 6 or 7 Xboxes. That's kind of like how I wasn't. I told you my story when I bought the fat PS3 when it first came out. It's like it was like they had a line of people didn't tell nobody, and I was like number 4 in line, and they only had 6. And like once number 6 got his, they finally come back outside and say, sorry guys, I saw the PS3
go. Like sucks to be
you. I got mine. I was gone. I got my cousin SUV. I was out. I was like, nah. Yeah, like because back then they didn't know how to do pre-orders properly. So what they did was they just let everybody sit there, and they only had 6 in the store. I happened to be number 4 in line. And I saw a couple other people get theirs. I'm just standing around just chatting up with the other guys who got theirs. We talking like, man, what you gonna play when you get it? And all of a sudden, the dude came out the door. I mean, it was a Best Buy in Savannah, Georgia. He came out and said, sorry, guys, we only had 6. That's all we got. People started fussing. I was like, nah, I'm gone. You're not about to jack me for mine. I'm out of here.
Yeah. All I know is GameStop's singing that Drake song right now. Wasn't fucking with me way back then, but how about now?
Enough said right like, yo, UPS drivers are shaking in their trucks, aka Target.
Man, I tell you one story.
The week of November 10th, boy, them boys gonna be on it, boy. They're gonna be watching them.
They're gonna be licensed that week.
Yep.
Man, the story I have is with PS2. I remember getting my console for the PS2 and getting on the bus to go home.
Oh man,
I was playing like prevent anything. I was like prevent anybody from seeing what I had. Prevent anybody. Yeah, exactly. I was sitting on the bus. I was looking around.
And see, back then they didn't give you those bags that was like the hefty bags that you could see through them. See now when they do consoles, they give you that dark bag that you can't see what's in the bag. Obviously, you can tell what it is because of the box, but it was see-through back then. So DJ had to protect for real.
Yeah, that was a long 10-minute ride back from the mall. I tell you how much. I actually got off a stop before because I was getting suspicious of everybody. I was like, they looking a little too hard at my
You gotta understand, you gotta understand. People still got them Dreamcast and PS1s back then. They're like, nah, we need to get that new one.
You know how many people are applying to be UPS so they can steal these shits and quit the job?
Right. Like you literally,
NBA Live Girl said everybody need to be strapped for console drop week.
Oh yeah, big facts.
You ain't lying. Hey, just like the Brinks truck.
Bro, they gonna be partnered up in them UPS trucks. You gonna try to pull up. Like, what's going on, cuz? Yeah, it's gonna be what's going on?
He's like, what's going on? Nothing. How are you doing today? Like, I don't even want to come. I'm just trying to see what's going on, man.
Like, you sure you want to hold on to
that? Right.
You like that scene of what's that movie? Don't get caught drinking juice in the hood.
Oh,
We have a problem.
That's just how it's gonna be too. That's gonna be crazy. Anybody got anything else on pre-orders? I just think that
we were still going through everybody.
Yeah, I don't know because I already said what I had to say real quick. I think Bill said something. Zay said something too. I can't remember.
Yeah, that was just my little experience earlier, but besides that, the Best Buy, because I actually managed to go through and get one, it was fucking stupid because you sit there, it's in your cart. Oh, I'm in there. Huh?
Right.
Oh, no, it's frozen. Keep hitting it. Then you finally get through to the next part to put in your information. You put in your information, keep hitting it. Then you finally get through to the next part. You put in your credit card. And when I say, I ain't trying to brag or nothing, but when they say my shit got declined, I'm like, decline? Oh no! I'm like, oh no! What? Hold on, something got to be wrong.
I checked my account 5 times before I put that shit in.
I'm like, ain't no way. I'm like, bro, hell no. So I'm thinking my accountant got hit. I pull up my banking app, like, oh, I'm good. What? Keep hitting it. Then I hit refresh on that page and took me back to the beginning. I'm like, oh my god. I'm not finna get it. Bro, my heart went from here to the floor. I'm like, decline. That'd be embarrassing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It'd be worse at the place.
Like,
what's going on, Game of Champ 23? He came through. Appreciate you coming through, big dog.
Imagine being at the front of the line, pre-order that motherfucker. And you sitting there, all right, sir. Need you to put your card.
Be like this. Here you go.
You got the chip and everything.
Nah, they chip.
Yeah, here you go, bro. You might,
whoever behind him about to swing on him because first of all, he gonna get his ass beat for wasting everybody's time, and 2, they about to get his console.
Yeah, I'm buying yours.
That's how they about to buy his.
What if you got there? You had like $5 remaining to get to pay off the rest of it, and your card declined at that point.
You better go hit that stroll. I don't know what to tell
you. Sir, did you forget to work that extra hour at your job?
Like, damn, they took my insurance out today, motherfucker.
No, Bill's what he said. No, Bill's like, God damn, I put that damn Big Mac on credit. It shouldn't have took it out yet.
Oh shit.
That's crazy.
Goddamn tip I put at the restaurant just came in. God damn it.
Random tip you put in at the restaurant.
Yo, let me tell you, all dead serious. We're gonna go to the picks of week 2. Did y'all ever experience? I've done this when I was young. When I was young and I was broke, I used to swipe my card to buy gas, and the motherfuckers used to hold on your card for like 3 or 4 days, and it'd be like a legit like 75 or something. G-Rob, no, he said right here.
I remember
swipe that card for the gas pump. Man, listen, that thing in my account be on hold for like 4 or 5 days, man. I used to hate that.
So here's what's funny. So I remember a couple of years ago when I first got with TD Bank, I hadn't done a lot of big transactions because my big transaction with the Xbox was with Citizens Bank, right? So they let it go through. That was like 5 something, bro, in GameStop. Bro, I went and tried to buy these tickets to this Celtics game. When I tell you these motherfuckers locked my card and didn't even call me. Didn't even call me. Bro, I was looking like, yo, there's 2 seats left. I can get these shits. Now, mind you, I have my bank app open on my phone. I'm like, oh, I got it, bro. Like, yeah, like I'm making sure.
Oh yeah, you got it. Yeah, you got it. It's gonna show you got it.
I
tried to get that shit. He said, you're going to have to try another payment option. I was like, motherfucker. I called my bank. I was like, is something wrong with my car? Oh, we locked it because we saw a purchase of $755. I was like, motherfucking call me.
Like me. I'm $755.
This is me, bitch. These tickets are gone now.
I'm going to tell you, this might be the worst. As soon as speaking of like the card decline and all that, I remember, man, this is when I first started doing this music stuff full time. So, you know, me thinking I'm out doing, I'm saying I got my gold chain, gold teeth, all this shit on. I take this chick I was dating to some little fancy, I guess it was a 3 or 4 star restaurant. We had to dress up, made reservations. Man, we get there. They telling us the market price, seafood, this, that, and the third. I'm like, yeah, I want that. I want this. Yeah. Go on, get it, girl. You good. Nigga, they can't make about the damn bill. You know, when you go to restaurants like this, they bring it to you. Look, they bring it to you like this. Here you go. Y'all have a nice
you know what time it is. Yep.
So I put my card in there, bro. I saw him walk it over there, and I'm thinking, you know what? I just got paid last week. I'm good. Like my man say, the pending transactions are killer. On the pending transaction, she like, ah. Man, I saw the woman go with that card. She went like this. She went like this. Look, she went like this, bro. She looked at it, started typing in the numbers on the keyboard. Like, hit enter. I saw the thing came up, it was blue and yellow. It said card decline. Then look, because I saw she started turning her head like this, so I act like I ain't see it. Then she come back. She give me a little thing. She look, they give the hand on shoulder. They be like this. Yeah, your card. You know, you might have another form of payment. So I'm like, damn. All right. So what I did, got my wallet. I put that card back in. I pulled that same card back out and gave it back to her. So I got on the phone. I touched my cousin like, hey, yo, let me borrow $220 real quick. I promise I got you. He said, all right. So he said he got me, man. We waiting 10, 20 minutes. The woman over there like this for that card. Swipe. It wasn't going through. I'm like, bro, where the money at? My bad. I want the Wi-Fi. Finally put it on the card. Usually they bring it back to you like this. Y'all have a nice day. I threw it on the table and walked away from my head, bro. Super embarrassed. Super embarrassed, man.
You know what?
Car companies be fucking with you, bro. They choose the wrong time to try to be secure. Wait. Yo, when you send in random ass PayPal payments, and then you try to get the fees and shit, so you send 105, then you send 535. They don't be shutting your card down. And then they want to shut your card down.
Right.
Man.
Hey, they say, I hate when you make that purchase that day, next day account negative.
Yo, yeah. And it's just like, and then you know, you go in, you try to bring it back in the positive, and then the late fee come in and puts it right back in the negative, would cause another charge. It's just like, what the fuck? Man. I'm like, can't you give me credit for at least attempting to put it back in the positive?
Then you don't got shit in your account. They hit you with the service fee.
Man. Oh man, those services be the worst.
They hit you with the fee and send the letter out. My motherfucking bank digital, bro. Them send a piece of paper out to use 5 bills, bro.
Yeah, they send a paper out to you like, oh, just as a reminder, we did overdraft your shit and got a fee. Like, it's all good.
It's like, here's the service charge over the limit fee at the same time.
You negative 275 and don't know why. Like,
let me tell you, I don't got that overdraft protection on my shit. If it don't go through, it don't go through. Fuck
exactly.
They charging me no 35 bills, bro.
Hey, Big Willie said, man, that $35 late fee.
I don't do no fucking
exactly
adding up. Because the thing is, you don't know your account is overdrafted, so you just keep spending. It's like, yep,
right? Because your actual account, be looking good. Your actual account be looking straight.
Because they just let you keep accruing. Like, yep, keep buying shit, nigga. That's 35. Yep.
They be just like this. All right. Push that button. Boom, got his ass.
Yep.
And then on top of that,
next Thursday, you looking at your account like negative 250. What happened?
Yo, and then sometimes there's certain banks that, like, if you have it in there long enough, they'll charge another fee on top of that, and then they'll be like, oh, it reached a certain day limit. For the next several days, we'll charge per day $5. So you better. I was just like,
then you mess around. You got the direct deposit coming to your check. All of a sudden, half your check missed.
Gone.
And you want to spaz at your job? Like, motherfucker, why am I
shit and positive first?
It ain't 250 short, bro. Oh my god,
that is crazy, man. Yeah, but man, it's just amazing how banks be messing us over, and then you trying to get pre-orders for games and stuff, and then you think you balling because you got the game, but then you're like, oh man, I can't even buy no games with the damn console. I'm in the next.
You probably got soft drink sports. I've never experienced this. I always have 5,000 in my account for my parents.
How they say it, Bill? Say it again, Bill. How they say it?
My account has been secure since I was 5 years old. They put 5,000 in and left it there. They said, "Fuck out of here, bro."
Let's get to these picks, man. Week 2. Let's see who did good. Who did? Where is my? Oh, there you go. Yeah, the TV. You want to go play the TV?
Yeah, I'll just follow blindly because obviously I didn't write down everything. I already know which game. I already know because the person chooses to display their victory in the chat. Remember, you guys used to be in the NFC East and got beaten up. That's why you guys left in the first place.
Who are you roasting?
So, Zay.
Oh man,
ran a team that tucked tail and ran from the NFC East. So,
man, you know why I'm doing all these stretches right now, VF and Bills, man?
Why is that?
Right now I feel like I'm Kyler Murray. Right now I feel small in stature, but I had to put the team on my back to run all over them goddamn Redskins or the football team, whatever we call it.
Oh, it's kind of easy when you got one player that won't tackle anybody and he's out on the defense.
I can't talk shit about the Cardinals. I like this team. It pains me. I wish you had a team that I hate, like the Broncos or something like that. Then I'd be able to talk shit. But I like the Cardinals, so I can't even say anything.
Man, all jokes aside, though, watching that game, besides their defense, I did not mind watching the football team. They got pieces there. But they had at least 3 years.
Yeah, it's in flashes. Yeah, it's definitely in flashes.
Dwayne Haskins didn't look bad all the time.
Right.
Like you could say he still got some room to grow, but I think Riverboat Run, he gonna take care of him. Now I think they need to put another reliable number 2 receiver out there because you can keep throwing the what I call him McLaurin, like F1, whatever y'all call him.
They should have been. Honestly, I feel like this is the game plan for Haskins moving forward. Throw slants, drags, throw everything quick, get the ball out of his hand. Let him get used to that rhythm so that one time where you got a deep shot, he can put some touch in the ball. And also he needs to learn touch.
Bills, real quick, what are your thoughts about this game? Since we can go with the picks since Washington and the Cardinals are first. We can go talk about them. Yeah, my son is watching TV. He is having a blast.
Oh, man.
Yeah, that is a TV, baby.
And is he shaking the camera too? It's an earthquake here.
No, he's hitting the TV, and the TV's right next to the monitor. So if he's hitting the TV, that's what you hear. But all right, Washington Cardinals 130-15. Bills, what are your thoughts about this game?
Washington has a lot of potential. I definitely think they have a lot of potential. DJ said it last year. They found the number 1 receiver. I never disagreed. I mean, McLaurin, he's the real deal, man. Great route runner at all levels.
McLaurin.
Yeah, he's a great route runner at all levels, intermediate, short, and he can take you deep too.
And
he had 7 for 125. Wow, I didn't
That's
know
the
that.
gangster nickname. I'm gonna give him that. That's a gangster nickname.
Yeah.
What, F1 McLaurin?
I like F1 McLaurin. That's hard. I like
Yeah,
that.
that is nice. I like that.
That's hard.
Yeah, he got 7 for 125. He did pretty good.
And that touchdown was reminiscent of like Jerry Rice catching a slant for a touchdown. I'm like, they make use of that slant route with him and the drags, and just get him in rhythm with Haskins, and I like Gibson in the backfield, and the fact that Gibson could also play receiver. So, and I highlighted that in a tweet last week. And it's just like, the pieces are there. It's just they gotta, they got, like Zay said, it's like 3 years in the making for this team.
Yeah, Chase Young, two TFL.
Oh God,
making an impact.
Young,
even without necessarily getting sacks, he's making an impact. He did get one.
Yeah, he had 4 tackles and 1 sack.
A lot of those tackles was happening on those screen plays, and a lot of plays that were happening downfield. He would go and rush the passer, and all of a sudden he's up the field. He's back up the field to make the tackle that the other players seem to don't want to make.
Watching him play, I can't lie. Like, I know we got Chandler Jones, but looking at Chase Young, he reminds me of Chandler Jones with more speed. That's what he looks like to me. That's what he looks like. Like, dude is a beast.
Okay, that was
reminds
cool.
me of a taller. He reminds me of a taller Aaron Donald.
Other than that, the Cardinals did what they were supposed to do.
Yeah, the Cardinals played pretty good. Let's look at some of their stats.
Well, yeah.
Kyler had 286, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Kenyon Drake had 86 yards.
Kyler had a really nice run for a touchdown.
He did.
Yeah.
Them little names was going scary.
Wait. Hold up. Again, I'm like, those are nice runs, but come on, at the end, who's there not trying to tackle him? Adam Archuleta Jr.
Look, bro, I ain't gonna take credit for him just because y'all got a bum back there.
He distributed the ball pretty well. He 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
At least Apke
7 receivers touched the ball.
What was it?
4-4. I guess that's nice.
Yeah, that's how he caught Isabella on that long play. Wonder how he got back there in the first place.
Who me and NYK are tired of hearing he's deceptively fast. No, he's just fast.
Who talking about
with cement in his shoes? Isabella's fast.
Yeah,
it's Akpe got cement in his shoes.
Let's talk about the Bears and Giants. It's the next one. Giants. Bears are 2-0. Mr. Trubisky threw 2 picks, 18 of 28 for 190.
That's expected.
That's serviceable.
I don't have much here other than that Giants playoff pick is gone now because Saquon's gone for the season.
You picked it from the beginning to make the playoffs. I can't go.
I had the low wild card.
That you did. I remember that for that. That's right.
Low wild card. So now that's pretty much out the window.
Did Pooh say respect that white man's speed? What the?
I guess
he was talking about the last game. Yeah, I know.
Nah, because it's like that's what they said the whole time. Isabella was in college. Oh, he's deceptively no, he's fast. He's just fast. He's not deceptive.
No, the man is fast, bro. Man is fast. He's a good number 4 wide out on the team.
Yeah, I mean, Bears are 2-0. I didn't really see that coming, honestly, but
especially after last week, they should have lost that game if the running back doesn't drop the touchdown there.
Trubisky, Tyrod Taylor, and Mark Sanchez are the only 3 quarterbacks that can throw the ball 28 times and only have 190 yards.
God, the Kirk Cousins.
That's because
we'll get to him later.
I mean, consistently do it though.
I can't wait to talk about Kurt.
Let's look at the Giants stats. Like I said, Saquon Barkley had 4 carries for 28. He had 7 yards per carry, but he went down. G-Rob right here said that Devontae Freeman from the Falcons got signed by them today, so I guess he's going to be the number 1 guy because they got Deion Lewis.
He's kind of similar. He's kind of similar to
Yeah, I mean they run alike. It's just one smaller than the other. Yeah, but they run the same. they had the same running style, so that's going to be interesting to see how well they're going to use him.
Yeah.
Golden Tate had 5 for 47. He spread the ball around pretty good. Daniel Jones, 25 for 42, 41, one pick. So. That's all right.
They were kind of all over him, though.
Pooh, that's horrible. His name is Kurt. So him saying Kurt, that.
Everybody put L's in the chat.
Yeah, they gotta be an L, bro. Come on.
L's in the chat. L's in the chat for that one.
You gotta be better than that.
Yeah, L's in the chat.
Come on, man. Come on, get your awareness.
That's the wrong Kurt name. L's in the chat, everybody. That's
that motherfucker had Troy Apke awareness on a roast. Come on.
Troy Apke awareness.
What's the next game y'all want to go?
So we both picked the Bears, so we're good so far, DJ. We both picked the Bears. Okay. As far as the Cards, I picked the Cardinals. You picked Washington, DJ.
Yeah.
So
okay, moving on.
The Thursday game, which is actually pretty good.
What was the Thursday game?
Oh, it was the
Browns. That was a good game.
Not Bengals. What? No, I'm looking at it wrong.
No, you're in week 3.
Yeah,
Al for losing his place in the schedule. When I expanded it, he had an L Thursday for thinking it was Tuesday, and now this.
I can't remember the days. I'd be working. Bengals, Browns. Y'all said it was pretty good. I didn't watch all of this because I ended up going to bed.
It was pretty. No, it was. I mean, Burrow was playing pretty well under pressure. I mean,
Joe Burrow threw 61 times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They got a bum playing running back. You got a bum playing running back.
That motherfucker was icing his arm until today.
Yeah.
Damn. Yeah. What is going on with Bernard? He used to be something in Cincinnati. He's just falling off.
Mixon got drafted and kind of just, Gio
took the spot.
Yeah, but Mixon didn't even do anything in this game.
Yeah, but
Mixon did nothing all year.
Oh, shit, it's only been 2 weeks. Goddamn.
I would at least been going half and half with these two.
No, he ran for 46 yards. He also caught 4 catches for 40. So
leave that man alone.
He did all right.
No,
he did all right.
No, he gets no love.
That's not good enough.
Damn,
no.
Bro,
let's look at the Browns.
It's not even hate. I just look at Nick Chubb production. Look at that.
Well, that's
true. Why. Look at the backup Kareem Hunt. Look at that.
124.
We're not comparing them to him because we know they're better than him, but that's not the point.
Still a starting tailback. I can't give him that. Because I'm a fan of Joe Burrow. Like, I want them to be good in Cincinnati, but the running game's ass. Joe Burrow about to be the leading rusher on that team.
I tried to tell everybody Joe Burrow going to come out firing on all cylinders.
You did say that. You definitely said that.
Yeah, Joe Burrow is looking pretty good. I will admit that. I mean, I kind of knew that he was. I didn't think he was going to be. I ain't going to lie. If anybody I thought Kyler Murray was going to be terrible last year. I'm on the record saying that. I think me and Bill said that.
I'll take that out too.
And we both said that. We said, nah, Kyler Murray ain't it, especially for number 1 overall. Nah. Yeah, but he made us out of believers. I will admit that.
I'm trying to figure out, was I on that hate train too, or did I kind of?
You kind of were indifferent.
All of the Cardinals faithful was on that hate train because we didn't know what we were getting with him when we took him the other year.
Right,
this dude was like, I'm bigger than him. Hey, he come out there, he shut me the fuck up. So
he shut me up too.
He shut me the fuck up real quick.
Still the size of a high school point guard, but
wow.
Yeah, I'll give him that.
Yeah. Neil Carr.
DJ, who do we pick? Did we both pick the Bengals in this one?
Yeah. I know I picked the Bengals in this one.
Yeah, we both picked. I'm looking at it right now. We both picked the Bengals. That's right.
Baker played
all right, what's the next one we're gonna look at?
Baker gotta play this year because I believe this is gonna be the year with the new ownership they got up top. They'd be like, you know what? You're not our guy.
All I know is that next week I do not want to see Baker Mayfield upright at all because it's gonna be Chase Young all over his ass.
I believe it. I believe it.
No pause. It'll be all over his ass.
No pause? Oh, okay. We're just raping dudes. All right, cool.
Hey, it's Baker Mayfield.
Wow.
All right, let's talk about these Rams and Eagles.
The Eagles losing next week too. Hey, Pooh, the Eagles losing next week too.
Damn, Damn.
They play Miami.
0-3?
I think it's Miami. Yeah,
Wow.
they're going 0-3, man.
So let's talk about it, man.
They already call. Shoot, Philly fans already calling for Carson Wentz to get hurt. Jesus Christ.
Their quarterback is ready. Jalen Hurts is going to be the quarterback. Let's talk about this game.
Yeah, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
Jared Goff, 3 touchdowns.
They made Jared Goff look good, man. They made him look good. Jared Goff is a scrub. They made him look good.
They did. I'm not going to lie. They did.
But this is all I'm going to say. I hope they put Jalen Hurts in so he can prove me right. He's a scrub. He's a bum. He's garbage. And if they sit Wentz for him, they get everything they fucking deserve. That's all I'm saying.
Pull out the laugh and the Joker.
3 points. 3 points in the second half at home.
At home.
Hold on, wait a minute.
And wait a minute, hold up. Didn't
they put up 3 points in the second half? Oh my god. What's that?
Wait a minute. But didn't they get shut out in the second half of the last week's game?
So against Jacksonville. Against Jacksonville.
No, it was against us.
No, that's right against y'all. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it was against us. We shut them out in the second half of last week, and they only scored. So in 2 weeks, they've only scored 3 points in the second half. That's
y'all lost to them. It's not even. Yeah, we all lost to the Washington. Them. Y'all lost to them niggas. That's who y'all lost to last week.
That's terrible. That's terrible.
I don't even know what to say. Let's look at the Eagles stats because I haven't pulled those up yet. Okay, Carson Wentz had 26 of 43, 242, 2 picks.
Had a lot of yards and 2
picks. Trash.
Well, Miles Sanders.
You gotta think about it. I don't know if it's a lot of yards. I mean, he threw the ball 43 times and only got 240. That's almost
you gotta think about it. Second half, they
came in garbage time.
No, think about it. 43 passes, 24 yards. That's almost what 5
yards.
It's probably. I mean, you divide that way. It's
Drew Brees' numbers apparently.
When
we get to that game, I will definitely issue an apology.
Miles Sanders had 20 for 95. That's not bad.
Their backup tight end had the second most targets.
Damn, Deshaun Jackson has 6 catches.
Starting.
Why he had those 6 catches in the first game?
Just listen to this check down Charlie shit. Deshaun Watson had 9 targets, and I guarantee you they weren't all deep targets. Some of them probably were screens. Ertz had 7 targets. Their backup tight end had 8 targets. Their running back had 7 targets.
Wait, hold on. You mean Deshaun Jackson? Because you said Deshaun Watson. Yes, you did.
Deshaun Watson. Deshaun Jackson had 9 targets. And yeah, I guarantee you they weren't all, just like deep balls. I mean, because
for 10 yards per catch average.
Deshaun would have broke one of them though. So I mean,
damn, nobody had anything over 20, like a 20-yard average. I'm like, Jesus
that's
Christ.
What I'm saying. I mean, 7 targets to tight end.
Ertz at 8.
15 total to tight ends. And
I'll be right back, fellas.
Starting running back.
Man, just give it up. Like, I'm not a fan of the Eagles. Like, I never have been. Because it's there. I just don't know. Like, ever since they got rid of Nick Foles, they just been on the decline ever since.
Don't rile up the fan base for that. Because
I am him. The thing is, y'all should have kept the man. Because now, like, Carson Wentz, he going to give y'all, I'm going 6 games this year. Y'all going to play Jalen Hurts.
Look, I'll take
an
injured Carson Wentz over Foles with.
It's the Hurts era.
Yeah, that motherfucker. He gonna get hurt.
No, everybody about to realize everybody wants a dual threat quarterback now. They're gonna think Jalen Hurts is a dual threat. Watch.
It's gonna be the Jalen Hurts business.
Carson was kind of supposed to be that though. He was supposed to be the dual threat quarterback.
He is a dual threat quarterback because when he be running right, he has wheels when they come and wheel him off the field when he gets hurt. He has wheels.
I was about to say he's a dual threat because that motherfucker can run and he can throw picks to the other team. That motherfucker
he can. He throws to 2 teams. Yeah.
Spectpool put a whole paragraph in here.
No kidding. Jeez, we can't even see Bills. Damn, we can't even see Bills that was played.
Spectpool says,
I agree, Pooh. I agree.
I need the defensive coordinator to pack his shit. I've been wanting to fire since he got here. Brandon Graham saved him. And by the way, The Eagles don't have an offensive coordinator. Doug Peterson has full blame on how the offense is going. Even more blame on how bad Wentz has regressed. It all goes back to coaching.
You're missing what? No. We're not gonna do that.
So he's like Bill O'Brien out there.
You have a diminished. You have a diminished Deshaun Jackson. You don't have your injury-prone starting receiver
that you're still going to,
and you're still paying them top dollar.
But they don't. But that's what I'm saying. They don't have their injury-prone receiver Alshon Jeffrey, right?
True. And also apparently no Rager bomb this week.
So what exactly do you expect this offense to look like? You can't put up points without tools, bro. That doesn't explain the suspect play calling. Yeah, but no play calling is going to help this offense.
Well, you also got to give credit to the defense on the other side. Aaron Donald is a threat, and it seemed like the game plan was to get the ball out of Wentz's hands, but
I'm not going to put this all on Peterson because people weren't praising Peterson back when they were saying, "Oh, it's all Carson Wentz." They weren't praising Doug Peterson back when he was putting Carson Wentz in great situations. So I'm not going to knock him now.
And it's basically the same offense. So you would figure Wentz would be further down the road.
G-Rock said you got to play a violin in the background of that quote.
No, play that gospel song, "Take Me to the King," that they be playing every time. There's some sad shit happening.
Oh,
right. All right. Neff said that paragraph is longer than that onside. And speaking of that, let's go jump to that game. Falcons 40, Dallas Cowboys 39.
Take it away, Mia. Take it away.
I have nothing to say. We blew a 25-point lead in the Super Bowl. We lost a 17-point lead in NFC Championship. We blow leads. I mean,
29 to 10 and a half.
Yeah, no, it wasn't 29. It was 29-7 at one point. Matt Ryan, 273, 4 touchdowns, no picks.
That must be frustrating to do all that and still lose.
It is. It got to be. Look, Calvin really had 109 yards, 2 touchdowns.
Basically torched Dallas.
Yeah, Hayden Hurst had 72 yards and 1 touchdown. Russell Julio Jones only had 24 yards, but everybody else stepped up. Even Todd Gurley did all right. 21 for 61, 2.9. But it's Todd Gurley. I didn't expect him to do anything outside of what you see there. But you do all of this, and your defense finds a way. Your special teams find a way to lose the game. I don't have nothing. I don't have nothing to say.
Y'all almost gave up 300-yard receivers, including their tight ends.
I'm still trying to figure out why nobody jumped on the ball. No one. I'm like, the only team that had to wait for it to go 10 yards was Dallas. And I was like, "Oh, man, did it go 10 yards yet?
What? Shit, can we touch it? Can we touch it? Can we touch it? Oh, fuck."
Exactly. I don't know what to say.
And aren't they isn't one of the special teams coordinator or the coach Quinn Quarter saying they know the rules on the onside?
No. I don't care what he says, but nobody.
I'm just saying, because if you knew the rules, somebody on your team would have jumped on that ball before it crossed.
Nobody,
because all you had to do is just fall on it and just hope it doesn't squeeze out.
Nobody knows. Just point blank. Nobody knows the rules.
Dan Quinn got a better chance.
I don't care what the coach say. I don't care what nobody.
Dan Quinn got a better chance of growing his hair back than taking control of his team.
Wow.
Yeah, I think it's getting to the point where it's time that he needs to get fired. I cannot lie.
You have been on that fire Quinn train for quite some time.
I think it's time for him to go.
I was on that train.
I mean, I think he runs defenses very well. He's a pretty good motivator, but as far as the head coach, I don't think he has it in him. I think somebody else.
How many coaches have been fired since he's been on the hot seat? Because I remember he was supposed to, between us three, he was supposed to be the first one to go, and it wound up being Jay Gruden.
Yeah.
Thank God.
My thing is, I think you need to go ahead and cut ties. Go try to get in touch with me. Go try to talk to BNB in Kansas City. Go try to get him down in Atlanta. I just don't. I think Dan Quinn needs to go back to be a defensive coordinator. I think he'd be fine.
Jason Garrett got fired before him.
Right.
I don't understand.
Garrett had on his job way too long.
You said why Dan Quinn not beat up for that choke job? He is.
I don't know. I don't have anything else to say. I mean, there's nothing else to say. It's like the Falcons had that game won, and they found a way to lose. Panthers and Buccaneers. What we got here? What you got, Bill?
Before we go into it, that's what the Panthers get. That's what y'all get. You're paying for Bridgewater. That's what you get. I'm a huge Cam Newton fan. That's what you get.
Let me get to the Patriots game before we talk about that.
They paid for Bridgewater and they got
hot dog Bridgewater.
They paid for Bridgewater and got hot dog water. Right?
That's what
because like I tried to tell motherfuckers, he can't throw the ball more than 20 yards consistently. 33 for 42, 367 looks real nice until you consider the 2 picks where he actually had to make a play with his arm.
And couldn't do it.
The Buccaneers were pretty much in control of this game for the entire time, even while having horrible offensive possessions in the second half. Fournette turned it on in the second half. 12 carries, 103 yards, 2 touchdowns. I am just glad that Bruce Arians came to his senses and is starting Fournette now.
Finally.
Mike Evans, 7 catches for 104. That's definitely something I want to see. Brady, 23 for 35, 217, a touchdown and a pick. The pick was a miscommunication. I don't know why Gronk didn't jump for that. I don't know why he didn't turn around sooner. That was awful. Gronk looks like a shell of himself right now. He needs to get back in football shape. C-Mac, feel bad for the man. He's going to be doing more of the same this year, carrying that team.
Isn't he hurt? Yeah, he's hurt, right?
I think he got hurt too. So
I think he's hurt.
Yeah, he's gonna be out for several weeks. So then there's that.
You know why? The football guy says shame on y'all for getting rid of the former MVP. That's why. Y'all don't get rid of an MVP for Bridgewater. No disrespect to Bridgewater.
And they literally made his name disappear. Like they didn't honor him among the past Panthers and stuff. They really was just like, fuck you. Jeez.
I'm gonna start calling him Teddy Tapwater.
Teddy Tapwater.
Teddy Tapwater. The secondary looks a lot better for the Buccaneers. They had one blown coverage with Robbie Anderson, but other than that, they're looking pretty good. That front is they're huge, bro. I mean, Golston, Sue, and Vea. They're gonna be.
Are they going to cut LaShawn McCoy?
They need to after that drop. He dropped the fucking man. He used to be one of my favorite running backs. And you know the goddamn Eagle too, former Eagle. So he's bringing that shit over to our team now.
I'm looking at what I see, and I'm trying to figure out. I'm trying to figure out how did the Buccaneers lose this? How did the Panthers lose this game? They got better stats than the.
You want to know why? Because their quarterback is Teddy Tapwater. That's why.
No, he did throw 2 picks, so I can understand.
Because what happened was they spotted them 14.
Didn't Chris McCaffrey got hurt too?
Yep.
McCaffrey got hurt.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
It was late in the game when he got hurt. Look at his. Yeah.
Okay.
It doesn't even matter. I mean, Buccaneers defense clamped down when they really needed to. Pretty much is what it was. They couldn't really get in the end zone when they needed to, and the Buccaneers made plays when they needed to. Fournette broke a big run towards the end and clinched it, and so that was that.
Oh, and VF, guess who showed up this game? Oh, now he wants to leave. Oh, okay.
I just had to pick up
like, guess who showed up this game?
What game?
This game.
Who did?
Mike Evans.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Yes,
hold on. I just looked at his stats. Yeah, 7 catches, 104, 1 touchdown.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's
back.
I mean, he was hurt last week anyways.
That's pretty solid. Yeah. That's pretty solid. I'll give him that.
But isn't Chris Godwin out right now?
And Godwin's out, yeah.
Yeah, Godwin's out. Yeah,
because Godwin's out.
Yeah, but Mike Evans is the feature.
But Mike Evans is that
not the feature. He's the feature. He's the feature receiver.
He is that. He's that nigga. I'll give him that. I wish they'd get OJ Howard more involved instead of trying to force feed Gronk.
They're trying to get Gronk in football shape. I get why they're doing it, but
he put him on special teams for that.
Yeah,
let him run up and down the field. He'll get in shape real quick.
This slow game, make it downfield half the time.
All right, 49ers.
Wait, but before we go into next game, I wonder who be better at free safety, Gronk or Apke?
Apke.
Apke still.
Nah, I think Gronk would be a little bit better. At least there's an excuse why he would get beat.
Gronk got a history of injuries. He don't need to be hitting anybody, man. I don't know, man.
Well, Apke ain't hitting anybody.
Shout out to Troy Apke, man. You my guy. You my guy, man.
Nah, he's Adam. He's Archuleta Jr.
All I remember was Deion saying that, oh, that white boy can run. Oh, he can run. That's the first time I heard about Trent.
Coming from the same guy who couldn't tackle himself.
Maybe he misses Penn State. Who knows what's going on there?
Well,
anyway,
you got Jackson State.
49ers and Jets. 49ers and Jets. What happened here?
There ain't shit to see here. We already know
everybody and their mama said they ain't playing next week in San Fran.
Injuries. That's what we had to see.
Y'all see this underline right here? Y'all see that right there? That boy had three rushes. They need to give him the ball more. He only had 3 rushes, had 77 yards.
Yeah, but which one of them got hurt? One of the running backs got hurt. Nick Bosa is out for the season.
Bro, I take it back. Sam Darnold threw the ball 32 times and had 179 yards. Adam Gase got to go, bro.
He's the problem.
Adam Gase should have been already gone. He should have never been hired in the first place. But he got to go, bro.
He's the problem.
I put it like this: you kind of blame it on his receivers. He kind of don't have any receivers though.
My man said the Jets happened. You are completely right.
Adam Gase got to go. That's why it needs to happen.
How does he still have a job? Like you fucked it up in Miami. Like, I don't get it.
Well, it's the Jets. That's why.
I know Crowder was out for the game, so that was.
Crowder's been out forever.
He actually had a good game last week. This week he was out with, I believe, with an injury. I think it was a game time decision because he was.
Was Jimmy Garoppolo hurt?
He got hurt.
I was about to say because
that's what I'm saying. This game was more about the injury. Because
he missed the whole second half, and look what happens.
Well, you're playing against the Jets. I'm like
playing against Adam Gase. Adam Gase ran offense. Fucking.
I do like the fact that Jared McKinnon did come back because this is like his first game back since his injury a couple of years ago, and it looked like he didn't even miss a step. I mean, like his first play, he ran for like 57 yards or something like that.
Shout out to
he played for 8 years. You're supposed to do that.
Are we gonna actually look at this highlight?
I just want to see how long it's been since he played.
Shout out to disappointment Tevin Coleman with 14 carries and 12.
So 7 years. 7 years since he played at Southern. Okay, move on. Move back to the scores. We see it.
How y'all feel about G-Rob said, how y'all feel about Deion Sanders coaching Jackson State? Let
me say this. I'm from Mississippi now. So for one, it's a HBCU. I'm cool with it for that reason. By the way, if y'all don't know, this meat gets to my own horn. I'm a Rattler. I go to Florida A&M now. I just enrolled there.
Yeah, congratulations on that. I just saw that.
Congratulations.
But hopefully it brings some money to their school because their school ain't the best. I mean, even when you go to Jackson, like you don't want to go there for that. You go there to watch the band. It's going to be interesting to see more people from the HBCU pipeline finally get to go to the combine now. I'd like to see more people from HBCUs in the league. Hopefully he can have an impact with other HBCUs to put more light on them. But I just hope it's not a publicity thing for him. That's what I hope it's not.
I'm thinking the same thing too. I'm hoping it's not as well because that coaching staff in general, you bring in TOs, the receiver
that's
coach.
Not real. No, that's not real. That's not real. That's not real.
That's not real. That's just rumor.
No, people just came up with that. T.O. said it himself. That's not real. So did Deion.
I was wondering about that. I was like, the hell? But
the state got the money.
Because did they? Because I remember they used to televise the Bayou Classic almost all the time on NBC. It seemed like they in recent years they don't really because they used to it not just televised it on NBC, they would advertise for it. It seems like they don't advertise for it, but it still kind of plays when they do have it.
Yeah, so, I think it does. Yeah,
because I had a friend, I had a former teammate. He was a running back at Southern. He played in a couple of those games, and the environment is. Did he just backhand you?
No, No, he pulled out. He pulled out the charger
It
out
was
my
like,
phone.
pow! Like, what are you doing?
No, he pulled the charger out my phone.
Oh,
He's like, tell me I ain't going to South Carolina again.
All right, what's the next game? Where am I?
Well, we were just talking about the Jets crashing, so
Yeah, we just talked about them. Broncos Steelers. What y'all think about that game?
Poor Broncos.
I can't really say other than Drew Lock being injured isn't good.
yeah, another injury.
Didn't Jerry Judy go down?
Yeah, I heard he went down too. I'm not sure.
Sutton went down for the year.
No, Jerry Judy.
Yeah, that's what it was. That's what it was.
Yeah,
Sutton went down for the year though.
well, Judy went down. I think he went down for concussion.
Yeah,
Because I seen him take that hit. He was stretched out when he got hit, and he stayed down. He was down for good. So that
Connor had his one good game of the season. So there you go. And yeah, I'm taking everything I see with Denver with a grain of salt because, like I said, their best players out. They have a young quarterback and they have a coach who clearly doesn't really believe in him. Still.
Mhm.
I think the problem with Denver, they got to get rid of the man who's running that organization, and that's John
Elway.
Elway, man. How are you one of the best quarterbacks to ever play the game that you can't put a solid one there since Peyton Manning? I don't understand that.
You think it's the Michael Jordan effect here? You're a great player, but can't know anything about putting a good team together?
I don't think he was that good to begin with, but that's just.
Wait, I'm just saying.
Quarterback, really?
I'm sorry, bro.
I'm gonna lean on that. I'm gonna lean that to be your opinion. I mean, I'm not a homer for Elway, but I'm not gonna poo-poo on the man's career. The man
Elway did numbers, man.
He's one of the most overhyped quarterbacks in the history.
Yeah, I feel you on that. I feel you on that. I feel where you're coming from, but I
tell you,
I ain't gonna call him a bum, but I mean, shit.
He lost all those Super Bowls. He lost all those Super Bowls early in his career. His name was Elway for a reason.
Look, all I'm saying is I've never seen a guy ranked that high get blown out in that many championship situations.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can understand where you come from.
Until they got a running back and had a run game and
a
defense
team, and that was. I mean, because look, not to get on a rant about this, but look at the standards that they hold people like Drew Brees, and I hold them to the same standards. Aaron Rodgers, they knock those guys, right? But
here's a difference, though. Here's a difference. When they talk about Aaron Rodgers, I'm a fan of him because year in, year out, they kind of have like the same Cam Newton effect. They don't want to give him no targets. Like this year in general, the only thing they gave him was Devontae Adams, which he already had. Now making him make receivers out of Alan Lazard and Marquez, Vontae Scouting, whatever his name is. He's making them become legit receivers. If they go to another team, they're going to be bust. That just gives more juice to Aaron Rodgers because he that nigga,
But I agree, but that's what I'm saying. I mean, look, how many times did Denver go into the season as the prohibitive favorite? How many times did they get?
Oh, never.
What do you mean never?
Never. I'm gonna say this because who really believes that? Who really believes that?
People back then believe it. People back then believe it.
But then again, I wasn't paying attention to football back then. I can't make the argument with you. But I'm thinking like as of late, like the last 10 years.
I will say this. I'm not gonna say Denver. I ain't gonna say Denver was the favorite back then when they were getting blown out, but they were a pretty formidable team.
They were the
because they
considered the top 3 team in the AFC throughout that entire era.
I remember because I was a 49ers fan. I remember the 55-10 win, but I don't remember.
No, I don't think Denver was favored in that game.
No, I don't think they was the favorite throughout that season.
They were favored in that game against the quote unquote Redskins back then, and then they got blown out.
I'm not saying the Super Bowls, but
it still hurts that Elway lost to a black quarterback.
Oh, that don't hurt. That's
great. What I'm saying more so is that people shadow on Peyton Manning for getting blown out in one Super Bowl. And that was the Seahawks Super Bowl that just started out bad and just continued down that road.
That was messy, right. But funny at the same time.
But Elway, it's like, well, look at the comeback story. You got blown out twice, and let's do it for John. Fuck that.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. I don't look at. Yeah, when I look at Elway, that's a part of it. But I was looking at the total career. I think he had a pretty decent career overall.
He had all the tools, but it's just the way people look back at his career in rose-colored glasses.
Yeah, looking back at it compared to what the numbers say, I can't. They can't correlate to me, and I don't even look at it like that. I just look at his career. His career was pretty solid in my opinion. I mean, because people's perception of him is way off. I understand that, but I'm just looking at his career. I think he was, had a pretty good career.
So, Pooh pointed out something. I guess the DJ said, "How is it players are great, but shit coaches, but some players are mid?" Well, that's easy because a lot of what makes players great is not teachable. Like Michael Jordan,
you just gotta have it.
A lot of them don't know how to sit back and observe talent. They know how to do it themselves. And that's really the issue. They can't take a step back and look at it from, I hate to say this, but an ordinary player's perspective, right? I mean, we've seen Magic try to coach.
Isaiah Thomas.
There's a lot of great players.
I think the thing about it is when you're that superstar and has all that talent, you don't have to be taught how to be a leader. Because you're already that guy. When you have a guy like Steve Kerr, Jim Harbaugh, you have all these other guys who are excellent at what they do is because they were students throughout their career. These other guys weren't.
Cerebral because
you look at
athletic ability.
You look at like the Jeff Hornacek as a GM. You look at what's the other guy?
Please don't say Steve Nash because he's gonna bomb up there in Brooklyn.
I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna.
Let's wait until he starts.
I'm gonna tell you why I'm not
games under his belt.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you why I'm not.
Mark Jackson, but I'll hush.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I'm not gonna say he's gonna be a bum yet because you look at people like Mark Jackson, who wasn't a superstar, was a solid point guard. These guys, Steve Kerr's another one. You know what I mean?
I was about to say Larry Bird. Probably one of the rarities. You have a great player.
Y'all brought up Mark Jackson. I'm gonna tell you, I hate to go on a rant. I'm tired of hearing this Mark Jackson is blackballed shit. Mark Jackson's not
a good blackballed. I can't say that. I can't say that.
A good coach.
I don't think he's a bad coach.
I can't beat you.
I don't think he's a bad coach.
I think he's a bad coach. I said he's not a good coach.
What's the difference?
There is a difference. There is a difference between not being a bad coach and actually being a good coach. He is a middle of the road. I took talented players and didn't know how to use them as coach. And Steve Kerr came and proved that after the fact. Because he was playing Draymond Green at the 3, out of position. And what happened? Steve Kerr came in.
But let's think about it. At that time when Draymond came into the league, you played power forward at Michigan State. They had Andres Biedrins or whatever, some tall white nigga next to Donald Boyd who played the 5. Yeah. So if I got you establishing my starting 4,
I'm not starting Draymond Green at the 3.
But that's what he did. Because who else did you have on that roster? Who else did you have? You had Monte Ellis and Steph Curry battling out to say, "Oh, I'm the point. But Monte Ellis is true too. So what?
Yeah, but we're talking about after that. He took over the team after that.
No, he had them niggas. Then he's the one who made the trade to send Monte to the Bucks to go get Andrew Bogut and all that. And then that's Mark Jackson doing. And he started to win.
He started to win. He started Clay. He started Draymond at 3, and it was an abomination.
It took a growing year.
Man, okay. This all I'm gonna say about Mark Jackson. Mark Jackson was such a great coach. He figured out a way for everybody to know where Stephen Curry was on every given possession. Steve Kerr comes in the first season, implements an offense similar to the triangle, where you never knew where Steph Curry was going to pop up. He didn't always have the ball in his hands at the top of the key, and they win. That is a direct correlation. It was the same team they had last year. That is Mark Jackson not being a good coach and Steve Kerr being a good coach.
But do you think it's a product of Steve Kerr playing in that offense versus to what Mark Jackson played in, though? No, Mark Jackson probably instead what he knew.
But it wasn't actually a triangle offense, bro. It was just the way they used Steph that was similar to how they used Jordan in the triangle. It wasn't actually the triangle offense.
Because Steve Kerr played in that.
But what I'm saying is every offense these days uses some form of the triangle offense in a way. That's just what they do. What I'm telling you is specifically Stephen Curry, the way they had him pop up in certain situations where teams did not know where he was going to be, whether it was split screens, whether it was setting a screen and slipping to the basket and getting an easy bucket, whether it was playing off ball and running around a floppy, then coming back and running the other way, then dribble handoff. There's a lot of different things that Mark Jackson didn't do. Mark Jackson was running that motherfucker was running the NBA Live 15 freelance offense.
I was about to, I was actually thinking more of the Live 95 freelance.
Terrible. Oh, set a pick and roll at the top of the key.
And Bill he ain't lying about the principles of the triangle. It's like on any given play now, you see teams, there are 3 players that primarily commit to action, screens, and rolls to the basket. So it's just like there's always going to be at least 3 players on a given play that's going to be heavily involved in the play. Other than that, the 2 are just like, okay, we're just gonna hang out. Okay, maybe we'll cut every once in a while. But if specifically if they focus to one side of the court, then that, yeah. And
so we can get on these Titans and Jaguars.
Oh shit, we completely off topic. My bad, y'all. It's sports.
No, this is an organic podcast.
I mean, it's cool, but I mean, I want to get on the rest of these scores though. I mean, whenever y'all ready, y'all can keep talking. I just
How about say about Tennessee? That boy Ryan Tannehill is making me a believer, low key, that he's a quarterback. Quietly,
I told folks when he was in Miami, if he could stay healthy, he had all the talent.
Look at them numbers.
A&M.
Even though it's against Jacksonville and they're in a rebuilding era because they're always rebuilding, but quietly, look at those numbers. 24, like 18 for 24, 239.
That's 14. Very efficient. I'll give him that.
Y'all didn't run Derrick Henry in the ground, just 25 carries. Like, wow.
Jacksonville did a decent job of holding him in check this week.
Yeah. I don't see Derrick Henry having a year like he had last year because now people are actually aware of who he is now. But the Titans actually, like, they don't have to beat you with the run every week now. That's going to make them a scary team.
They can balance it out. I agree.
I think it's gonna open things up for him even more, though. I think that might end up opening things up even more for him.
And Corey Davis is trying to say, "Hey guys, y'all the number 5 pick. Y'all gonna sign me or what?" That's what he's doing. Like he got a ball this year. If not, you're out of there, man. It's over with.
Now they got Clowney too.
What did he do? I'm curious. What did he do?
If he didn't get to the quarterback, I figure he was probably applying all
sorts
of pressure.
He had 2 tackles. He had 2 tackles, no sacks.
2 quarterback hits.
See, and that's what I'm saying. I'm like, a lot of those stats, like the hits, the hurries, and stuff like that, aren't going to be seen on this page. But that's what they brought him in here for, is those hurries.
He's there to play disruptor right now.
Yeah, speed up the quarterback play. Get the quarterback to throw off timing, throw off target, and throw picks.
Helping run.
So,
because you can do that too. So
let's see what the Jaguars did.
One thing about Jacksonville, what I'm gonna give them, I didn't expect them to be scoring the points that they've scored in consecutive weeks after the roster overhaul that they did as well. I'll give them that. I'll give you that.
16 carries for 102 yards.
Yeah, who the hell is James Robinson? Who is that?
Yeah, he's an undrafted running back.
Yeah, I won't even pretend to know who he is.
Yeah, I know he was undrafted. I don't know who he is.
Personally, they unknown receivers too.
I'm just trying to figure out play calling wise, what's different here with Jay Gruden, because that's 2 weeks where his play calling has produced numbers like crazy.
And not a knock on the football team, but he did not do that much up there in DC.
Well, I think it also has to do with the fact that he has a reduced role in Jacksonville. He's just the offensive coordinator, which I always thought he should have just been in Washington. But the fact they gave him the head coaching job and he didn't know what the hell he was doing, he's fine just taking that part of the team.
You know what the issue with that was, though, DJ? Is coming out of Cincinnati that year. I don't know if y'all remember. Zimmer got hired, he got hired, and Hugh Jackson got hired all in the same year. So it was almost like a trend of, okay, hire the guys under Marvin Lewis because something's going on in Cincinnati where they're putting this really good team together, and it's sort of a grassroots team. They're drafting these guys, building these guys, and, Cincinnati's making the playoffs every year. So, yeah, Zimmer got hired, Gruden got hired, and Hugh Jackson got hired all in that same year. So I think that might have been –
Yeah, but nobody told –
the next 2 years.
Yeah, but nobody told Gruden to lie about what he was planning to do with RG3, though.
Look, me and you were quiet with that one. I was with you 100% on that. We kind of low-key talked about that in the preseason when we put him out there with that fucking stop and shop ass.
He told Trent Williams, "Hey, you can take the night off." Wink.
He put that dude out there.
He ordered the code red on RG3.
I hated that he did that.
Put him out there with a flea market ass offensive line. Almost got him killed.
That Alex Smith.
Because on the play there was something that was a little bit personal going on behind the scenes, and a running back who normally would have been playing at that very moment was not even active for that game. Nope.
See.
So yeah, I'm glad I'm glad that bitch is down in Jacksonville. Fuck him.
So what?
Also a note: both of those Minshew picks were tip drills. One was catchable, and the other one was tipped in the line. There's that.
Okay.
Yeah. Listen, Minshew doesn't look bad. Another boy from Mississippi, but he don't look bad out there.
Nah, he's been actually playing pretty good this year. I'll give him credit.
If he threw the ball 45 times and they run the ball, they must have had this ball a lot. Let me go look.
Yeah, let's see what the time of possession.
The time of possession was. Let me tell you.
Because you can go to stats and just stats.
On ESPN.
There it is.
Yeah, it was actually closer than I thought.
Yeah, that's a significant difference.
They put that up in 26 minutes.
He almost had 8-9 minutes on them. Yeah.
They had more offense. You know what? The defense stepped up for Tennessee. They definitely had more offense than Jacksonville.
Yeah, but at the same time, Jacksonville was 10 for 14 on third down, which is impressive.
Yeah.
Especially against Tennessee.
Which players that you don't know who the fuck they are on the field? I'll give y'all that. Wow.
Yeah. Jacksonville got a pretty formidable team.
Chark has proven himself to be a number one receiver too.
Lions, Packers. Packers blow out the Lions as expected.
What Matt Patricia out of there, man?
Yeah, I didn't expect the Lions to do too much in this game.
They did bring up the whole, well, you fired a guy from going 9-7. This guy's going 9-20 something, and he keep his job. You know why that is,
right? Aaron Jones had 18 carries for 168. What is going on with the Lions' run defense?
I don't know why.
The Lions have been bad for years.
No, Aaron Jones is just really good.
He that nigga, yeah.
Aaron Jones is top 3 this position in the league, in my opinion. Based on everything he can do and what he did last year, that kid is a monster.
Because the defense of the Lions, they have nobody that I know. Jamie Collins.
You know who Jamie Collins and Jeff Okudah.
Jeff Okudah.
They're like the Detroit Patriots. They got a bunch of Patriots guys there.
I can't tell. It look like they got a bunch of high schoolers the way they ran.
That's nice.
Jesus Christ, man.
DeAndre Swift had 5 catches for 60. Adrian Peterson.
Oh, he caught the ball this week?
Yeah. Adrian Peterson had 7 carries for 41.
Yeah, okay. They didn't commit to any type of run game. They were probably down by like 20 at that point.
I was gonna say what these stats are telling me is that they were down big early and just had to throw the ball.
They had to throw the ball, yeah.
Well, they were up 14-3 in the first quarter. So what happened?
The Packers lapped them. I saw that.
Yeah, you look.
17.
You got to think about it. They gave up 31 points. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they gave up 31 points.
Unanswered.
Yeah,
it might be 0-16 for them boys again.
I was just about to say that.
It might be. That team is bad.
You know what? Hold on. Let's just go ahead and look at the schedule.
That team is bad, man.
Let's look at the schedule. Hold on. Let's look at the schedule. We'll figure
it out. I feel bad because Matt Stafford ain't all that bad, though.
Man,
it's like I don't get no weapons.
Let me tell you something.
Yeah, Calvin Johnson, you wasted that.
Stats-wise, Matt Stafford has put together a Hall of Fame career. People can debate me all they want to.
No, that's agreeable.
I'm sorry. Stats wise, he's put together a
I'm looking at this team, man. I don't see them winning one game. They may get one on a divisional opponent.
Right, at the Cardinals and L, right?
Oh.
Of course, that's an L.
Well,
Home against the Saints.
They're losing that one too.
Jeez.
No, they gotta win. They play Atlanta. They gotta win.
Yeah, they'll probably be Atlanta. Yeah, I'll give them that.
At the Jaguars lost at the Falcons. Nah, they gonna lose that one. Y'all need to stop.
No, Falcons will probably find a way to lose.
Is that game they play against Washington? Is that in Detroit? It looks like it is in Detroit.
Hold on, wait.
Ain't nobody gonna be there.
Well, no, because Washington has a hard time playing in Detroit. Detroit has never really won in Washington ever.
I'm looking at this team, man. I'm looking at this Lions team. I don't see them winning a game. The Falcons might lose because they'll beat themselves.
No. It won't be them. It'll be the Packers the second go around because the Packers be in like playoff mode. It'll be the Packers the second go around.
They'll still beat them even in playoff mode. I think. I got them. These are the two wins I got: home against the Colts and home against the Vikings this year. That's the only two I got them.
Yeah, I can see that.
Texans.
It's just that the Lions look so.
Home against the Texans too.
The Lions just look bad, man.
3-13.
You know what? Darius Slade was right. Remember when he won it out? He's like, bro, y'all trying to force this bullshit on us.
So he went to the Eagles.
He went to the Eagles. You still got to the Eagles, but
he went to the Eagles.
Hey, he was right. Get me out of here. He was right.
He went from a dumpster fire to a toilet.
We ain't on fire no more.
Buffalo Bills at Miami. Buffalo's looking pretty good.
That was a good game. If you watch that game, that was good. Josh Allen, that last truck with him
yards. Jeez.
I mean, me and Bill's been on Josh Allen for a while, so this is not nothing surprising to us.
Oh, and by the way, Ryan Fitzpatrick is still playing. Please, somebody, anybody, I beg of you, give me a reason why a rookie quarterback that you drafted high should sit behind a fucking scrub. Please.
I got a question. I get what you're saying. But Ryan Fitzpatrick, his numbers don't look that bad right here.
Okay,
no.
That's fine. But what I'm saying is Ryan Fitzpatrick always puts up decent numbers for a couple weeks, and then people start paying attention to it, and then he falls off the wagon. That's what.
Yeah. So basically, put Tua in at week 6.
No, he should already be in because this is fool's gold that he's giving you right now. Ryan Fitzpatrick always tops out the season with like 1,000 yards, and then when the first 4 weeks of the season.
I got a question: is Tua fully healthy?
I'm starting to question that.
That might be why they're not playing him.
I'm kind of questioning that.
I think he
is.
Just why I think he is. Anthony Lynn is saying that when Tyrod's healthy, he's going to come back and start, which I think
don't do that, Anthony Lynn. No, bro, I saw out of Justin Herbert the other day. No,
we're gonna get to that game, but I think Justin Herbert should start. I agree with that.
I think all of them should start. I think Herbert.
I mean, I get what I get what you're saying, and I'm not advocating for Ryan Fitzpatrick to be on the field. But I mean, when he puts up numbers like this, I can't say nothing about that.
It winds up numbers like that will keep him on the field, which is
that's
detriment to the team overall for the future.
Yeah, that's my point. That's my point. Him putting up empty stats doesn't do anything for Tua. Nothing. Doesn't do anything.
It got to be something up with Tua. I don't think they're ready to put him on the field yet. So it could be
syndrome.
It means they say he's 100% from his hip and all that. He may be, but I don't know. Maybe it's something we don't know. Because I'm with you, Bills. I don't see why a guy like that would not be on the field because he's really talented. But they know something we don't know because he put up 328, no interceptions. So it's kind of a tough one. But Josh Allen put up 417 with 4 touchdowns, no picks. They didn't get much out of the running game.
Look at Stephon Diggs. 8 catches, 153 yards. Wow, and a touchdown.
This first two.
Better go on.
Well, not only that, you look at the other receivers too. John Brown 4 for 82, Cole Beasley 5 for 70. It's very efficient out of everybody.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, Mike, Well, I was
Isaiah
gonna say,
McKenzie.
by the way, Mike Gesicki, he's pretty much proven himself as a top 5 tight end right now in the league. That kid has been balling out the past couple of years.
And nobody talks about him.
Nobody, because he's on
Nope.
Miami, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
But
No, go ahead. What you about to say?
Oh no, Matt Brady's not hurt. He's splitting carries with somebody.
yep,
Yeah, he's splitting carries with Miles
for
Gaskin.
everybody.
Miles Gaskin reminds me of Carol Baskin. Get him out of here. Oh, and by the way,
Which I'm with you on that, and I'm not saying this as a biased person. I do believe that Matt Brady should be starting. I agree.
Oh, and Pooh, Jordan Howard. How's he looking right now? I rashed him all year, and you wondered why. 5 carries for 4 yards. Get his bum ass out of here.
Got a touchdown out of there.
Yeah, you got that goal line touchdown, bro.
Like, fucking bum. Who we got left? Chargers and Chiefs.
We got Vikings, Colts,
Oh boy.
Texans, Ravens. Yeah, we got a handful of games left.
Let's
Cool.
straight to Cousins' stats.
This got to be like one of his worst games, right?
This is the worst game he has ever had in his NFL career. Even the game where he was in his this was second year or whatever year that he was starting under Jay Gruden, where he threw like 4 picks in a game or something like that. This by far yardage wise is just horrible. But you know what? They have to pay him no matter what.
Yeah, you got guaranteed money.
I gotta read this to y'all. Y'all gonna get a kick out of this shit.
Oh boy.
For the Vikings, it was another ugly day. Kirk Cousins had a 0.0 passer rating late into the third quarter, thanks in part to drops, one of which bounced off the hands of Bissy, or with a name like that, Bissy Johnson, and into the arms of Kenny Moore. Cousins finished 11 for 26 with 113 yards and 3 picks, a 15.9 rating, and was tackled in the end zone for a safety for the second straight week. The result, Minnesota is 0-2 for the first
Wait a
time.
minute. Back up. He got tackled for what?
He got
A safety.
end zone for a safety for the
For the second straight week?
Listen to this. The result, Minnesota is 0-2 for the first time since 2013 and has lost 5 of his past 6 games, including last year's playoff loss. Quote, this is Mike Zimmer talking. Oh, good Lord.
Oh boy.
We can't start winning until we stop losing.
Wow.
Hey, I need to put that. Hey, we need to put that on a T-shirt. That's funny.
Oh,
That's a booger ass comment right there.
For real,
That's
that's
a
Booger
Booger
McFarland all day.
We can't stop winning. We can't start winning until we stop losing.
my message for Kirk Cousins is tell your father to stop preaching hate.
Oh man, yeah. Well, shit. I'll tell you what, Vikings fans gonna start preaching hate about his stats.
Right.
Yeah, they were doing that like the second game after he joined the team. They were clowning him with it.
Shout out to Jonathan Taylor. Rookie got 100 yards for the day. That's pretty cool. Jonathan Taylor.
Shout out
pretty
to
good.
With Arm Rivers too. 19 for 25, 214, captain checkdown, a touchdown, and a
pick. Yeah, he threw a touchdown and a pick. Mo Alley Cox had 5 for 11.
Wow, that's
Captain
that's a tight end, right?
Yeah, he's tight end. He's a tight end.
They lost Ebron in the offseason.
Yeah,
they got Jack Doyle, but he's always hurt.
Doyle's my guy, yo.
He's always hurt.
Yeah,
I don't see anything else on this game, but nothing that stands out.
These dudes had the ball for 17 minutes less than the Colts.
That's what I mean. They're lucky to put up 11 points if that's the case. Jesus Christ.
They went 2 for 9 on third down. Granted,
terrible.
The Colts went 3 for 11 on third down. But I mean,
you know the sad.
I mean, they don't matter when your quarterback throwing 3 picks and got 2 safety and got a safety.
You know the sad part about this? There's still people in our fan base that wish they had Cousins here. I'm just like,
Well, the
his father was secretly preaching hate in Washington. I can tell by some of the looks he was giving RG3 half the time.
The excuse will be, well, he lost his number one receiver. That'll be
No. He wanted that to be his number one receiver, and he got his number one receiver. Adam Thielen. He
doesn't like black wide receivers. Like father, like son. I'm telling you.
I'm not saying I agree with it.
And then bum ass, like that's what you got. You didn't want to throw the ball to Diggs, and Diggs is obviously the better receiver. That's what you fucking get. I don't like Kirk Cousins for that reason right there.
No, he got Diggs traded because of MAGA. That's why.
Look at him now.
Baltimore Ravens at Houston Texans. Texans still on the free fall. What's going on in Houston?
No, thank you, Houston. I love Houston. Houston's great, man.
Those
niggas good.
Suck. They are awful. They are You want to talk about a team that can go 0-16?
This is gonna be
you know what? Let's go to the schedule. Hold on.
No, I believe you, man. But I would think
to see their schedule though.
I would think Deshaun to give you one. I would think that Deshaun to give you one.
Not with the lack of weapons he has now. He has nobody.
Okay, so they lost at the Chiefs.
They don't even have a defense.
They lost home against the Raiders. They got at the Steelers. That's a loss. Okay, they're lucky. They play the Vikings at home. I think that still might be a loss.
Jaguars, I think they'll beat the Vikings.
Maybe. Okay, but then Jaguars, that's a loss. Titans, that's a loss. Packers, that's obviously a loss.
Yeah.
At the Jaguars, that's another loss. At the Browns, maybe a win.
Maybe a win at the Browns, maybe.
Patriots loss at the Lions. That's probably a loss.
The goddamn Lions. That game gonna come in the tie. Both of those teams
tie. Wow.
Colts. That's another loss. At the Bears. I think
that's a loss. They're losing against the Bears.
At the Colts. That's a loss. Home against the Bengals. I'm giving them a loss. And home against the Titans, I'm giving them another loss.
Yeah, they'll beat the Vikings and they may beat the Browns.
Them motherfuckers gonna go winless in their division.
Yeah, I'll give them two. I'll give them two.
Wow.
I'll give them two.
Terrible.
Ravens, you had Lamar Jackson throw for 204. He also ran for another 54 yards.
Yeah, pretty much Baltimore did what they were supposed to do in this game.
Can there be a game where Deshaun Watson doesn't get sacked 4 times? Can there be a game? Like, oh my Lord, bro.
I will say that it's tough. I will say why. His offensive line isn't that great, and he moves around. So
I mean, Lamar got sacked 4 times, but the thing is, it's like Deshaun Watson gets sacked 4 times like every week. Like he's setting records for sacks.
Right.
And they have a history of having bad lines because the guy who has the all-time most sacks in seasons, Derek Carr. And he broke his own record. David Carr, I'm sorry. And David Carr broke his own record. He had 71 year, and I think he had 60-something another year. It's crazy. How you get sacked 70 times?
You know what is funny as far as David Carr? I was at the game where Bruce Smith got the all-time sack record.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's terrible. There's nothing to see here. Like, literally, there's nothing to see here.
Neff said Vikings should use the kicker for handoffs and run the whole game. It worked in Madden.
Oh. Imagine going 5 for 14 and you win on 3rd down and you win by 17.
Damn.
Yeah.
Time of possession.
That's crazy.
Wasn't even that much of a disparity. They literally just suck, bro. They're just not good.
Chiefs Chargers.
Shocker.
This was the game of the week to me.
Yeah. You expect it to be like this.
Are the Chiefs showing weakness?
No. I think they played against 2 of the best edge rushers in the league. And they
I think the defense is starting to show a little suspect again.
Well, they're garbage. I mean, we knew that.
Well, you also got to look at the fact that they were thinking they were going against Tyrod, and Tyrod goes down for pregame injury. I don't know. Like, what happened? Did he run into something? Because he said the reason why Herbert started was because of a chest injury to Taylor.
Yeah, he don't got no
I don't know what it was.
I'm like,
he don't got no heart. That's a chest injury.
Wow.
Justin Herbert went for 22 of 33 for 311, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Not bad for a first start. I think he should stay in the game. I think he should be the starter for the team.
Anthony Lynn is asking for trouble if he puts Tyrod Taylor back in.
Well, whenever you're a black coach in the league, it doesn't matter what you're asking for.
Man,
he can do right by himself. But he can do right by himself.
Some people shoot themselves in the foot. Some are able to survive. Marvin Lewis.
Austin Eckler ran for 16 for 93, 5.8.
Jim Caldwell.
Seems like everybody got their numbers on I mean, at the end of the day, both teams did what they're supposed to do. I mean, they lost in overtime. You can't really hang your hat on, you can't hang your hat on anything that possibly was the losing factor of the game.
I mean, they got beat by the best quarterback in the game.
And Kansas City did one of those things where it was like slow start and then it gradually just came on towards the end.
Offensively, absolutely. Offensively, absolutely. I agree with that.
Well, that's what we know them for.
Mahomes threw
their
a
defense.
frozen rope 50 yards on a fucking dime on the run, bro. I mean, if you get beat by throws like that, you just have to shake his hand and. Ugh.
Tyreek had 99. Travis Kelce had 90. Clyde Hilaire, he
Mike
had
Williams,
6.
You got to give more than 2 for 14 though, bro. Good Lord.
Let's see, Mike Williams had 2 for 14
on 4 targets.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna say this: in a normal game and on average, yeah, but in this particular game, I mean, they lost in overtime and they did everything they're supposed to do. Outside of that interception that Justin Herbert threw, I mean, I think everything else looks like they're pretty much on point. There's not one thing that I can say either team did to win or lose. I don't think necessarily the Chargers necessarily quote unquote lost this game. Because they played the game like you would expect. Rookie quarterback throws 1 pick. Okay, I get that. It's a rookie quarterback first start. You kind of expect that. Everybody else got their numbers. The defenses on both sides played very well. I mean, they held the defending Jets with a high power offense of 23 points.
Yeah,
I mean, what else could you ask for?
I would ask for my second best receiver to get open when it matters. When you're up by 2 scores, you're gonna have a chance to put the game away.
Did a play actually happen that cost them the game to happen like that?
Pat Mahomes throwing that ball on a frozen rope because they couldn't put any points on the board because Mike Williams wasn't getting open. That's why.
That's what I'm trying to figure out. Did Mike Williams cost them the game? I mean, I get what you're saying. Like,
by having 2 catches for 14 yards.
That's not going to get it.
I guess what you're saying. I can understand that, but I'm looking at the total. I'm looking at the total package of the game, and I'm not going to hang that on one person.
But what I'm saying is, if those stats are coming from somewhere else, that means that they're coming at times where he should be the one making that play. And if you're throwing the ball 4 times to Eckler and 3 times to your backup running back, that's 7. That's 7 to your running back, to your running backs combined, and 4 to your second best receiver, who people claimed had an argument for first best. And you have Hunter Henry coming off an injury, having double your targets. I'm sorry, there's something wrong. Playing against.
I get what you're saying. If the game was lost by like 7, 10, 17 points, but I mean the game was lost in overtime. I can't say because this guy didn't get enough catches that they lost in overtime. I can't. I get what you're saying. If it was like a regular loss, Chiefs beat them by a significant amount of points.
I'm telling you, you had to watch the game to understand what I'm saying.
I watched it, but I can't. Like I said, when I watched the game. When I watched it, I can't hang like one particular play or a couple of plays that happened that swung this game open. If anything, it was the fact that Pat Mahomes had the ball and he went down to kick a field goal. Yeah, you can blame that on the defense because they couldn't stop him, but I can't say that's an offensive situation.
Now, I got a question about that. Now, the expectation of Mike Williams, what is he expected to get game?
Mike Williams would be expected to get at least 7 targets, 5 catches per game.
How many targets has he had in the first 2 weeks?
Not enough.
I mean, I can understand that he should have more catches, but I'm not going to say the fact that he did not have more catches the reason why they lost in overtime.
It is when it wasn't timely. That's my point. I'm talking about the timing of that.
Okay, so there's times that he missed the third down play. Did he drop the ball when in the end zone?
When they didn't go to him on
there's
third
times
down
when they didn't
plays.
go to him because he wasn't.
Yeah, they didn't go to him on third down. Was he open and they didn't go to him? I'm trying to figure out like what actually happened that caused them to lose. Because like I can see if they went to him or they were supposed to go to him and they like missed him. They threw it to him and he was open, or did he drop some passes? Or
I can
was he covered?
Here's the thing. I can honestly say that this. I wouldn't say this was a direct correlation.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
But the thing is, you know, when a player is supposed to be a factor in the game and he's rendered a non-factor, that greatly impacts the game.
90 targets last year, as in 90. He has 13 through the first 2 weeks.
That's not.
So that first week he had more targets. He was more of an impact in that game versus this one. He virtually was not a factor when he's supposed to be a.
So if he had 13 targets in 2 weeks, so that means the first game he had what?
Well,
9?
He had 9.
Okay.
And this
time he had 4
against a weak secondary. He had 4.
Okay.
So
so that doesn't make any sense.
Was he covered? I mean, are we missing wide open receivers? I'm trying to figure out like what did he do?
I know what the problem was. I know what it is.
What is it?
Because I mean, if he's covered and Herbert's not, if he's covered and Herbert's not throwing the ball at him,
I don't know.
Wow.
I don't know, Zay. Because here's my thing, right? This is the issue I've had with Mike Williams. Mike Williams had back-to-back games last year, 13 targets, 10 targets, respectively. Right? Then there's a bunch of games where he disappears. He has 3, 6, 7, 3, 9.
So basically, it's par for the course. He just has a problem with getting open.
He has
an issue. Well, that's what Bills has been saying.
But that's the point I'm making to you is.
But that doesn't. I don't think that correlates to them losing in overtime. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, the reason they lost in overtime is because the game should have never got to overtime in the first place. If he did his job and got open against these bum ass cornerbacks, when it mattered, bro, you can't have 4 targets against the Chiefs and you're the number 2 receiver, bro. I'm sorry, that's one thing on paper you can look at.
So what?
Not doing your job.
Yeah. This and to me, this seems.
I'll put it like I get what you're saying. At the end of the day, I understand where you come from. But if you hold the Chiefs to 23 points, I think you should get the W. I do agree with that.
But
I think you should beat. I think you should beat the Chiefs if you hold them under 25.
But
I do agree with you on that.
But that's what I'm saying, because my thing is, okay, let's say Anthony Davis, for example, is the second best team on the Lakers. If you're getting checked by a guy like Danilo Gallinari, you only get 14 shots.
Hey, he ain't no bum. Danilo's not a bum. Don't do that. He's not a bum.
He ain't a defender. So if you're AD, and you get 14 shots up and Danilo Gallinari is checking you all game, and the Lakers lose in overtime after having a 14-point lead going into the fourth quarter, does that mean that AD didn't close out because he didn't get open and score against Gallinari? You had 14 shots attempts all game. It's just what I go ahead, DJ.
I was about to say, I'm sorry, but the question with Mike Williams would be: is it? I'm like, because obviously the lack of targets, could it be contributed to his effort level, like playing down to his competition? Because
it's either that
because
he has a problem with getting open.
Insight as a wide receiver, I play better against better competition. It's a psychological thing. You line up against the best, you want to show off against the best. Line up against scrubs, you kind of take it easy a little bit. So, you know, those games that he disappeared in last year and this year, right. And you look at the games that he may have disappeared in last year, and also the fact that he disappeared in this game, I think is psychological. Right. And I think he needs to have that same energy every single game. He'll get open just by effort alone.
It's his effort, and this goes back to college, and this is what I'm saying. Mike Williams has all the potential in the world. He doesn't give effort when his team needs him to give effort, the way Keenan Allen gives effort, the way Hunter Henry gives effort. Like, you need a third down, fine, Mike Williams. If you don't show up all game, please give us this effort in the third quarter so we can close these dudes out. Because Pat Mahomes is going to get the ball back. He's going to score quick, and then we're going to have pressure to go back and score. And that's exactly what happened. Pat Mahomes went out there. They scored super quick. San Diego / LA came out 3-and-out. Pat Mahomes came back through a fucking dart. All of a sudden, they're in a game. Now Herbert's like, what the fuck? We were up big. We had control. So now he looks to his number 2 receiver, and his number 2 receiver is like, well,
he's just loafing.
Just out there, just going through the motions, and he's like, okay, fine, I'll dump it down to my halfback. I'll dump it down to my other halfback. I'll go to my tight end. And then it comes to a 3rd and 8. Mike Williams, where are you, bro? You have a height advantage by 3-4 inches on Breland. You have a height advantage. They weren't checking you with freaking Matthew all game. He was switching with, so that's what I'm saying. It's just like he plays down to his competition, like you said. He doesn't give effort all the time. He doesn't live up to his expectations. It reminds me of the other Mike Williams that came from USC.
Oh God. And the mentality I always feel that you should play as a wide receiver is that you're never covered. Like a receiver is always open. I'm like, it's when you loaf and when you don't present yourself as a target. I'm like, these are things that Terry McLaurin said in his last year, which made me believe he was going to be the number 1. He was like, make yourself available, present yourself to be open. It's like, okay, if you're walking down the street, you see a store, but the sign that says closed, obviously you're not going to go in there. But if the sign says open, you're going to go in there. It's just that.
And Mike Williams doesn't put good stuff on tape, bro. There's times where he could contest the ball and it turns out to be a pick because he just doesn't give the effort to come
Mike
back.
Williams is Corey Davis, man. I'm thoroughly convinced them two are the same. They're the same. Now the reason Corey Davis is trying to play ball now is because it's a contract year. And A.J. Brown, I think he's out right now. But other than that, they're the same fucking player. Like, if you're not, just like what DJ and Bills is saying, if you're not giving your all, why the hell are you out there?
It's like Eric
exactly.
Bledsoe. It's like Eric Bledsoe. Everybody's so high on Eric Bledsoe. Oh my God, Eric Bledsoe.
But
what I'm saying is Eric Bledsoe, when he first got to the Bucs, everybody's like, oh my God, look at his skill set. He's so good. He can defend. He can finish at the basket. And then you look, and one night he has 20 and 10. The next night he has 6 and fucking 5, and he fouls out.
That was the playoffs this year. This year.
Well, because he ain't a scrub. He's a bum. All right. Let's get to the last game. I guess we have one more.
You got 2 more.
Yeah.
Got Seahawks playing hosting the Patriots.
This was a good game too.
That was a really good.
I went to sleep. Yeah, I went to sleep too. I didn't catch
really
this as well.
game.
This game was like a middle finger to everybody doubting Cam.
I'm so glad.
I want to say.
And you know what? The last play, a huge fuck you to Bill Belichick. How dare you try to run him? You could have used his arm to possibly win the game.
That's what I want to say about Cam. You know me. I've been a critic of Cam. Cam had a problem with overthrowing Jesus. My thing about Cam, I think Cam Newton is the quintessential needing to be in a different environment.
Yeah.
When I see him play, when I watched him play the last 2 weeks, he needed a new environment. And this is, when you see somebody say, "Oh, he has all the talent, he needs to do that," he just needs a new place to be. And I think the whole thing with Carolina, everybody knew him as a Carolina Panther. Even people say they did him dirty or whatever. I think even before then, I think Cam already had like this mentality, like, I need to check out, because even he's been there since 2010. A lot of the players that he started out with really wasn't there anymore, and he was around a lot of players that was somewhat different. I think the last person who he played with was like Thomas Davis and Luke Kuechly, and those guys are on defense. So he needed a change of scenery. It's basically what Pooh said on Twitter.
That's ownership, man. Ownership.
No. Don't get me wrong. I'm 100% with you on that, and I'm not saying that ownership is not to blame, because they absolutely need to blame, because they didn't even try to accommodate what he wanted, even the time when he was injured. They kind of just brushed him aside. This is your MVP quarterback. He's your starter. He got you guys to a Super Bowl. He done all these things for this organization, and this is how you treat him. So it's like, I think even before the injury, I think Cam kind of checked out, and he needed to change the scenery, and it shows. And not only that, he already plays with the ego. He plays with a chip on the shoulder. So he's going to show out. don't they? I don't even think they played the Panthers this year. But if they did, my God, this dude would probably end up having 500 yards and like 80 yards
Pretty
rushing.
much. You know
what I'm saying?
Into that game
I
with a
think-
huge chip on his shoulder.
Yeah.
You know, I think that's the fact that like I looked at Cam, like Cam looked like he was done, and I'm not saying he was done because of his ability or his talent. When you look at it now, it's clearly like he did not want to be there anymore, and now he's in a new place.
I can't say that. It's more of a, besides Greg Olsen, who are you throwing to? Curtis Samuel? Who?
It's
DJ
a bunch of people
Moore?
that he didn't know.
Who? Exactly. So yeah, and the fact that y'all got him out like he's the problem. No, now y'all got Teddy Tapwater there. Who's really the problem? Who's really the problem is fucking ownership. Matt Rule, I don't like your hire because you came for Baylor, but I don't like the hire. I'm a big fan of Riverboat Ron. And the fact that if you do your franchise quarterback like that, of course the coach is leaving too. So
I'm gonna look at a couple of
his success up there in Washington.
Before I go to Bills and DJ, I want to look at a couple of these things in the chat. Nev said Cam was Boston, Carolina after the fake dive for the fumble in the Super Bowl. I think that messed up the psyche a little bit. I can't agree with that. It bothered him a little bit, but I don't think this was the deciding factor because if you look at the last couple of years before he even got hurt, he looked like he checked out. I mean, dude was throwing the ball. He was overthrowing people. He didn't look like he wanted to play. He didn't look like he wanted to win. And yeah, Cam was hurt, but I'm just talking about that time, but the time before then.
Wait a minute.
You look like he was gone.
Wait a minute. Neff's a Cowboys fan, right?
Yes, he is.
Oh Lord.
Why did the Cowboys trade for Amari Cooper? Wasn't it because their quarterback needed a target? Yeah, well, the Panthers
and this is another thing. This is another thing I did not like about the McCaffrey pick. Don't get me wrong, he's a great player, but Cam needed somebody to throw to. They're talking about throwing out of the backfield and that sounds cool.
They traded his best target away.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, it sounds good. Don't get me wrong, and I'm not taking nothing away from McCaffrey. I don't want y'all to think I am. It's just that when that pick was made, one of the reasons I disagree with the pick because that's not what Cam needed. It sounds good in the backfield, but Cam already can run the ball. He doesn't need nobody else back there to do that type of running for him. He needs to throw the ball downfield.
This year's proving it. Because now look at Robbie fucking Anderson. Robbie Anderson, that's fool's gold. I don't like him because what he did up there in New York. Like you play with the Jets, that's fool's gold. Quincy Anoa had a fucking neck injury. What's that? Chris Herndon, the tight end, never healthy. Who else is gonna catch the ball?
Right,
Robbie Anderson.
That's so now, I don't want nobody to think I'm taking anything away from McCaffrey, but it's not what the Panthers needed at the time.
No,
and yeah, he's going to end up having a good career, but Cam needed weapons. And look, even with the system that they're running in at the Patriots right now, it's fitting Cam so well because he doesn't have to do too much. Everything is kind of structured and it's coming to him, and he's like catching on it like a light. And you can see it right here: 30 for 44, 397. He did have a pick, but I mean, on top of that, he also ran for 47 yards. He had 2 more rushing touchdowns.
Do people forget that this dude won an MVP without his best receiver?
I think so. Because now you're throwing the ball to a 48-year-old Julian Edelman who had a fucking monster game.
Did they
forget making him look good?
Did they forget that team was 15-1 with an overrated defense?
Yeah, exactly.
Did they forget
you want to get the Broncos team that couldn't win?
And once again, I'll bring it up. Did they forget that the next year after he went to a Super Bowl, they traded his best target away that was injured?
I just think a lot of things. I think a lot of things that went down. I think Cam, you can make the case now. Hindsight is 2020, based on the way he's playing with New England. I take it that even though he did get hurt, I think he checked out prior to getting hurt. Because even before then, what was I saying? He didn't look like he wanted to play football. He was overthrowing everybody. It seemed like he didn't even care. It just seemed like at one point, people thought that Cam just did not want to play football no more. That's what I got from him at one point. And it just got worse after he got hurt. So I was like, okay, who's going to take a dive on this guy when he's a free agent?
The other thing is that line was horrible.
Yeah.
That didn't help. You're right. That didn't help.
They claim they put money into that line, but Cam was taking a lot of punishment. He was running for his life.
Yeah. So I mean, look at the Seahawks, man. What are we talking about with Russell Wilson?
Did he say the Pats are gonna go 1-4 and Cam's gonna be benched for Jarrett Stidham? For Jarrett Stidham, yeah, you need to pay attention to the Cowboys, bro. I don't think you get how. I don't think you get how shit works in New England, bro. You don't get how shit works in New England, bro.
Russell Wilson, 21 for 28, 5 touchdowns, 1 pick, off of 288 yards. He looked really good on the ball.
Metcalf,
boy. Hey, Belichick. Hey, Belichick. This is what happens when you let all of your defensive pieces walk to coaches that used to coach under you. This is what happens. You give up 5 touchdowns to a guy that doesn't have a true number 1 target.
And all 5 touchdowns were from different receivers.
And I'm not going to knock DK, but DK hasn't really proven himself as a true number 1 yet.
But he had that catch.
Yeah.
I will say this: DK Metcalf looked like a number 1 the other night. I will say that.
Yeah.
I'm with you, Bills. I don't think he's proven to be a number 1 yet, but he looked like one just then. He looked like one on that.
He's getting there.
Lockett is still the primary on that one.
Yeah, Lockett's still the primary. I agree. Yeah.
How come they don't give that man no credit for the MVP race, though, man?
Who that?
Russell Wilson.
I think he should be in consideration for it right now. And to be honest, and I'm not saying this because I'm biased, is between him and if these fucking Falcons will win some games, I can say between him and Matt Ryan. Matt Ryan got almost goddamn 700 yards passing already. In 2 games. But they can't win a damn game.
Neff, real quick, the year before he got hurt, his completion percentage was 67. So you might want to just say. I like facts. I'm sorry. I can't help. I can't help it. I'm sorry.
You know what? Matt Ryan's gonna be one of those quarterbacks where if he would have left Atlanta?
Yeah, because a lot of people saying that he don't deserve it. A lot of people saying he needs to go.
I feel bad for them boys.
The thing with Matt Ryan is Ryan's one of those players, unfortunately, that's untradeable.
His contract's not going to let him.
It's hard to trade quarterback.
Quarterback like that, yeah. Quarterback like that. A quarterback like that is going to be hard too because his contract is way too top heavy. He's getting paid a good bit. I mean, it's friendly for the team because you can still sign players for the team, but to offload that contract to another team is not going to work.
Yeah, it's just
because he's restructured it. He restructured his contract a lot to get other players under the salary cap, but it won't work for another team.
Yeah, he's like Matt Stafford. I feel bad for him too.
Yeah, it's kind of like one of those situations. Exactly. Like I said, like.
If I was Matt Stafford, I'd be calling Calvin Johnson every week, cussing his eyes out.
I know, like, yo,
nigga, you got me.
Calvin ain't even trying to hear it, bro. He opened up a dispensary and he is good. He's selling legal weed. He don't care about nothing. I was
one of the people who did not believe for 1 second that Calvin Johnson was going to stay away from football. At that young age that he retired, I said,
no, let me tell you what happened, honestly. He got out at the same time when it was lucrative to open a dispensary. Like he's making money hand over fence by selling legal weed. That's why he's going. He got out at the right time, like right when they started to let that be legal, and he got out. He was good.
That's true.
Saints Raiders.
Why you think Andrew Luck retired then?
Oh, he got beat up. Dude had Dude had like serious injuries.
He said, "Fuck."
And he realized he doesn't need to play football.
I mean, anymore. Go back and Google all the injuries Andrew Luck had. Dude, had 3 or 4 internal injuries or something like that.
Yeah, he was running for his life.
Yeah, I think he had a ruptured spleen or something like that. He had 2 internal injuries, stuff that you can't see. Yeah, he was messed up on the inside.
And an ankle injury.
And an ankle injury.
And a shoulder injury.
Shoulder, ankle. I think he had an arm injury.
I mean, bro, it's everything.
And then he had 2 internal injuries. He's lucky that he's still standing. Shit. Right, Vegas Raiders over the Saints.
Game, bro. Fuck this game. Had 16 bands.
Brees fraud ass 26 for 38.
Hey, listen. I retracted I retracted my apology because he actually threw the ball downfield last game. But like this game, I don't think he did. He didn't do anything of that.
Yes,
time.
I tried to tell you. Me and DJ said this last week.
What are you trying to tell me? What? I knew the dude couldn't throw. I knew he couldn't throw long.
And the point we made was you shouldn't have retracted your statement as a result of that. That's the point we were trying to make to you. We're like, bro, it's one game.
Hey, listen. The Raiders. I've been playing with the Raiders on Madden. It's not my team, but I actually like what they're doing right now. Derek Carr, 28 of 38, 282, 3 touchdowns, no picks. Joshua Jacobs had 88 yards on 27 carries.
Stud, man.
Yeah, he's really good.
He's that guy, man. He's that guy.
Jalen Richard actually had 2 carries for 26. Darren Waller, okay, he had 103 yards.
Great story, by the way. Great.
Yeah.
Jones. Who remembers him?
You know what though? I gotta go back to what I was telling VF about that situation when we initially announced that. The Khalil Mack trade, and it's interesting because we were having that talk, and he was like, "Well, I think that they'll just draft guys that can match his production, like by like a unit type thing," and I'm like, no, they're not gonna do that. And now I'm looking at their pass rush; they still don't have one. They still don't have
it's not that. I like. Don't get me wrong. I like Max Crosby a lot, but they don't have a pass rush.
Farrell ain't it? He ain't it.
Farrell ain't doing nothing either, man. He got 0 for 0. You see it right here? He got 0 for 0, 0 for 0. He's not that guy.
So what I
will say, honestly, I like Max Crosby and Carl Nassib a lot. This me being biased because I play with them on Madden. They're very productive on that, but they do have. I like those two guys. They could be something.
2 years later, after this trade, I think it was a lateral move.
Yeah, I can agree.
I don't think either team really
got over on one another.
No team won. Because who did they draft with those picks? Who did they draft with the picks? They
got Josh Jacobs was one of them. Josh Jacobs was one of them. I can't remember who else was.
And Abrams.
Yeah, Abrams was another one. Yeah, because those are the first 2 guys that got in that first round, right?
So Jacobs, yes, but still, good Lord.
But if you think about it, if you're talking about Jacobs compared to the Khalil Mack trade, I'm not going to say it was one over another. I think it was just a wash at the end of the day. Honestly, I'm with you. I think there was a wash.
He's saying the Raiders got no line.
They did. That is true. That is true.
That wasn't really based on the draft.
I don't think it was based on the draft. I just
paid for that.
But even if you look at the whole situation, because they got Richie Incognito and all of them. But when you really look at it from both sides, I don't think neither team got over one. I think, like you said, Bill, I think it was a lateral move. I think that the Bears got what they needed. They needed somebody on that front 7, and basically with that pick, they were in rebuilding mode for the Raiders, and they rebuild, and they didn't get any bad pieces out of the deal. So it's kind of like a ladder. I think, in other words, if everybody kept their picks over there with the Bears and Khalil Mack stayed with the Raiders, they probably would have still been in the same predicament. I don't think it would have probably been the same way. 2-0, probably not. Probably not 2-0 for the Raiders, but still, I think the teams overall, talent-wise, I think they would have still been in the same boat.
Now, I will say this. Now, I tweeted this as the game was going on. While after the game ended, there's a stat with Drew Brees. So far in these first 2 games, just all air yards on his passes, he's averaging 4.82 air yards on his passes.
So that's less than 5 yards a pass.
Pretty much.
So basically, he's what we've been saying. He's a scrub.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, I know we probably have a Saints fan. I know Jay Miles is probably listening in the background. Listen, I'm just not a fan of Breeze of the last 2 or 3 years. I think he cannot throw the ball far. I think they got him under center because of leadership and and for him being a veteran. I don't think they're using him because of his talent. He went 26 of 38, 312. he's always going to put up these numbers. But like you said, most of the stuff is slants and short passes.
And that's why people are gonna say, "Oh, well, you calling Drew Brees a scrub?" Yeah, the reason I'm calling him a scrub is because these stats become so empty in the playoffs. They don't.
I mean, look at Alvin Kamara. Alvin Kamara had 9 catches for 95. How much you want to bet that ball didn't go past? Like you said, 4.8 yards past the line of scrimmage. There was a lot of stuff that was swing passes, and he ran up he ran. It was a bunch of yards at the catch.
Captain check down.
Yeah. Absolutely. So right now they're saying these stats are the lowest by any QB since 2009. Guess who was that quarterback?
Drew Brees.
Kirk Cousins? No, I'm just saying. No. Yeah, I'm about to say Kirk Cousins.
Mind you, right? Here's the funny part. I remember when they got Brandon Cooks, everybody's like, "Ooh, they got a deep target now." He's still captain check down.
All right, so
Neff says Drew Brees played like he was in the movie Get Out from a sunken place.
All right, so that quarterback was Brett Favre in 2009.
Another guy that was in his 40s.
Well, yeah, that was the last time stats were that low.
He's on the Jets though, wasn't he?
Yep.
2009.
Yeah. He was in the Jets.
He was with the Jets at that point.
Okay.
And then the next season it was with the Vikings.
With the Vikings,
okay. And then what was it? By 2011, that's when he got beat the fuck up by the Saints.
Yeah.
That was 2010.
2010.
So that was 2010. And you know what? You're right. Yep.
G-Rob says that Drew Brees is struggling. He got to get a running start to go deep.
Trampoline.
He's on trampoline.
Trampoline.
That's crazy. Looking at these stats, man, it looked like Alvin Kamara was their offense basically. He ran for 79 with 2 touchdowns. He caught 9 catches for 95. Everybody else, I mean, it also does hurt that. Well, I ain't gonna say it hurts that much because what's his name wasn't playing. Michael Thomas wasn't playing, but he's gonna run the slant routes as well. So it's not like he's gonna go deep. So Emmanuel said Emmanuel said
that
one catch for 18 yards. Jared Cook also had 2 catches for 13. So I mean, I don't know. Just we're looking at a situation that the Saints might be in trouble for a minute, man, if they don't do anything, man. Because
isn't their salary cap fucked up too? Don't they?
Yeah, it is
way over the luxury tax or something.
Is either they're over or they're like they only have like 400,000 left before they go over or something like that.
They paid some scrubs on the damn defense.
Yeah, they did. They did. And that's what I was saying. This LaShawn Lattimore deal is going to be tough. There's going to be tough to resign him.
Eli Apple, they say, he was.
They had to get rid of him. They had to get rid of him. They end up signing Malcolm Jenkins. Like Marshawn Lattimore is the next guy up as far as their defense. He's still on the rookie deal.
The first time Malcolm Jenkins was on the Saints and wasn't shit.
Janoris Jenkins, they paying him. Ew.
Yeah, they paid him as well. You know, so they may not have any money. I would be surprised. I mean, maybe once they get rid of Drew Brees, they may have money to sign Lattimore. Because I think Drew Brees is on like a $20 million contract still.
James
that's a lot of money
in the ground.
Yeah,
James fuck them boys.
So you bullshit. They talking about Taysom Hill is going to be the heir apparent to Drew Brees.
For what?
I don't know. Hey, listen. I think it's somebody on their staff or the GM said that Taysom Hill is like the next coming of Lamar Jackson. So
Taysom Hill looked like he should have been in Backbreaker.
He did too. Who's still playing Backbreaker? Shout out to Backbreaker. Nobody's playing that shit. Like,
bro, wait a minute, bro. Teron Armstead, damn, they paid him at $8.3 million. Drew Brees getting $23 million. Shit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, once Drew Brees go, I think if Drew Brees go, then they may have some room. But
all that's a choke in the damn playoffs again.
Well, you know,
all that to say kneel before Brees before the playoffs.
Right,
for the national anthem.
All right, Neff is sliding out of here. So he said, "Gotta roll, niggas." Editing the dude. Nice meeting you. Y'all stay safe. Keep Pippin and peace. Keep Pippin alive. Peace. Hey, matter of fact, I need to contact you, Neff. I think you already know what I'm talking. I need to contact him about something. I gotta something to do with APF. I got to contact him about that.
Some illegal activities over.
That shit sounded hella illegal, right?
So that's all the picks. So we're gonna get into week 3 on Thursday. Yeah. We're looking at the football team playing the Browns, the Bears playing the Falcons, Raiders are playing the Patriots. That's gonna be a good one.
Wow, the Browns have back-to-back primetime games. Oh God.
Well, you know why they got that. You know why they got that.
Wait a minute, that game was. Wait a minute, hold on. That game.
It's not a prime time. No,
I think they flexed it out. Did they? Because I know at one point I thought it was.
No, because Washington doesn't have any primetime games they're playing in.
Okay.
So that's how I know that's not a primetime.
The Dolphins and the Jaguars are a primetime game.
Yeah.
I'm not watching that shit.
What?
Why?
If Tua don't start, I'm not watching that shit.
I'm not watching that.
Wait a minute.
Even if Tua didn't start, I still wouldn't watch that shit.
I'm not watching that shit. No. I don't want to watch Jacksonville.
Oh, he said Dolphins and Jaguars are the I could see that being a Thursday night. When you said prime time, I was shut up, Neff. When you said prime time, I thought you was talking about the Dolphins and Jaguars like on the Sunday night game. Thursday night, the Dolphins and Jaguars, those type of games are like those are prime.
Yeah,
those
Thursday night.
Thursday.
If you don't start to
when you say prime time, I'm thinking like Sunday night or Monday night. I know the Dolphins and Jaguars ain't on one of those games. Like no. But a Thursday, I can see them being on Thursday. Those type of games for some reason always be. You have like the Browns and the Bengals. Next week you'll probably have something like the Panthers and the Vikings or something next Thursday, something like that. They always have those type of games on Thursday, so I get it. So anybody got any questions in the chat? Let us know. I mean, we've touched everything. Y'all want to ad lib something? Y'all let me know.
I got a question for Pooh. How did Philly get swept by the Nationals just now? Now the Phillies are out of playoff contention as they're not eliminated, but they lost 3 games in 2 days.
Ever since the old boy went to the Phillies, it's just been downhill for them, right?
And the thing is, this year, each side, American League, National League, 8 teams can get in because of this playoff format.
Oh, wow.
The fact that because before today, because the Nationals and Phillies, they played a doubleheader in which the Nationals, they won on a walk-off on the second game, but they beat Philly outright. Kind of reminds me of what happened last year when Philly came to town. 5 games swept by the Nationals and virtually eliminated Philly from any type of playoff contention. And it's funny because Philly could have knocked this out last year, but no. So it seems like last year, if this keeps up, Philly, if they miss the playoffs with even an opportunity for more teams to be in the playoffs, that's year 2 with Bryce. Windows of microwave season.
You gotta go.
But honestly, I don't even count the season. 60 games, that's some microwave bullshit.
No. It's like 182, right? Supposed to be 182.
We thought Neff was going.
162.
In the damn chat.
162.
We thought Neff was going. Neff still in the damn chat.
But they did a 60-game season. So
put the pussy down. The show must go on. Let me tell you something, nigga. Why don't you go do the editing that you're supposed to be doing and leave me alone?
Hey, man. Hey, Bills, let them know, man. Hey, if it's falling through, man, just go on and catch it, bro. Like if a girl throw it in, I got Larry Fitzgerald hands. I'm not dropping it.
Hey, he got hey. You got Madden out of it twice.
I really did. 2 times from 2 different bros at that. So yeah, really did. No, but speaking of baseball, I'm hoping the Padres do make the playoffs. Only because I'm one of those people like you haven't seen a team be relevant in forever. I want to see them do something. And they want to make that big trade for that pitcher. I forget his name because I don't watch baseball that much, but San Diego just seems like the attractive option to make the postseason with this bullshit season what we got.
Well, they're sitting number 4, so they're pretty much in.
Mm-hmm.
I'll admit I was wrong because I said that I thought it was kind of like just a move to get Machado for them to get some fans in the stands. But they putting together a pretty good season. Granted, it's a shortened season, but Tatis is a monster.
Yeah.
Machado obviously is a monster. So
they got the best ballpark in the league. When I was out there, I went to a couple games. That fucking ballpark is amazing, bro.
It looks pretty nice.
That's just amazing.
You never see it because it's the Padres, but
you never do. Maybe you go in there for like $5. You can see right next to the goddamn bullpen if you want. And nobody's there, but it's a nice ballpark in the middle of the city.
Oh wow!
Right. So these playoffs are actually supposed to start in 8 days. September 30th will be the NL and AL wildcard series.
Oh, so we getting baseball in October. That's always great.
Great. It's gonna run real fast because it's all October. Right now we're looking at, let's see, because I have the brackets up here. It looks like on the NL side, it'll be the Dodgers versus the Brewers, the Cardinals versus the Padres, the Marlins versus the Cubs, and the Reds versus the Braves, who clinched because we beat the Phillies. They clinched again the NL East.
I ain't watching that shit.
Right. Well, and then on the
I'm tuned out of Major League Baseball, bro. They piss me off with some of the shit they do, bro.
Now on the AL side, you have I'm about to call them the Buccaneers.
You have
the number one seeded Devil Rays.
Not the Red Sox.
Yeah, so you have the Rays and Blue Jays. You have the Yankees, Twins. You have the Astros. God. And the White Sox. And then you have the Cleveland squad versus I had to avoid versus the A's. So, but the interesting thing about this, the way the playoffs are set, they're actually going to have different sites. Like the Tampa Bay bracket, part of the bracket of the AL, they're going to be playing in San Diego. The Astros portion of the AL bracket is going to be playing in Los Angeles.
Should be played in jail.
and
Play them niggas at Alcatraz, bro.
Oh, wow. And then you have the Dodgers half of the bracket. If OG's watching, they're playing in Arlington. And the Marlins half of the bracket, they're playing in Houston. And it's all going to wrap up in Arlington for the World Series.
Okay.
So they have a little neutral site thing going on here. So this will be their bubble, per se.
Okay. All right, I got a question. G-Rob said, VF, was that Microsoft and Sega deal just a rumor? As of right now, yes. It's still a rumor, and nothing's been confirmed yet, but it's a lot of stuff out there trying to suggest saying that it is. They're going to happen, but I'm not sure.
Don't nobody want to play Sonic the Hedgehog no more, bro. What they buying Sega for?
Sega got a lot. On the real though, Sega got a lot of IPs, man. Outside of Sonic, man, they got a
like what?
Yeah, but
they got the Yakuza. They got the Yakuza series.
Don't nobody want to play that bullshit. If I want to play Yakuza, I'll play the models.
Hey man, I'm telling you, hey, I get what you're saying, but a lot of people be playing them, man.
You can't say people don't want to play Sonic if they're going back and playing Crash Bandicoot. You don't think there's a crowd out there that wants to play Sonic?
No, because see, here's the thing about Crash Bandicoot. Everybody who played that game remembers washing up on that beach. Like, what the fuck am I supposed to do? Jump on boxes. Sonic on the spin, ring, ring. I'm out. At least with Crash Bandicoot, I get to go kill out them little Oompa fruits and all that shit.
I mean, you got a lot of IPs on Sega that's still doing pretty good. I mean, I think even SNK with the King of Fighters, I think they're under Atlas because Atlas is under Sega as well. So you got all that stuff, the Atlas, all the RPGs and stuff on that. So it's a lot of stuff that is a reason why somebody could probably want to get Sega. So do I think it's a good move? I mean, I don't know.
Microsoft is going to announce the acquisition of Sega this Wednesday.
So they said they're supposed to do it at this next conference that they're about to have.
You know what? Hey, that might be why they got a Series X Xbox. That's the Series Sega Xbox. So what they're not telling y'all is, they can play on that game in Sega Dreamcast.
Another sad edition.
But this is the thing. This is the thing. If me as original Xbox collector, I thought Microsoft should have bought Sega way back then when the first Xbox came out. Because if you think about it, if you remember the original Xbox, they had like a whole bunch of games that came out from Sega.
It's a Dreamcast.
Yeah, it was basically a Dreamcast. So I thought I was going to buy them way back then. I mean, they're damn near, 20 years late. But, I mean, okay. You know, I mean, I'm not making a big deal about it. I mean,
just
I think that...
just like Pooh said about Sonic, though. I mean, people still make art of it, and I mean, remember how much they bitched about that Avatar?
Yeah, like Sonic, Persona. Persona's a big deal. A lot of people like playing Persona.
I don't even know. I know what it is, but I don't understand that game, so I can't hate on it because I know what it is, but I don't know what the fuck they're doing it. I have no interest playing it, but yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, my thing is like, I'm not big on Sega like that either, but it's just that the fact that I know what everybody else likes, and that right there will be a big deal for Microsoft. That will hurt Sony a lot. This will hurt them worse than it hurts the Bethesda deal.
How you feeling?
Because Sega, one thing about Sega is a Japan corporation.
LeBron's taking over.
Sega is a Japan corporation. Xbox do not have a stronghold in Japan at all. And if they can take that out of Sony's hand, because Sony has a big stronghold in Japan. If they take that away from Sony, you're cutting off maybe 20, maybe 30, and that's being general, maybe 30% of what Sony is tied to when it comes to Sega.
So you mean to tell me, I guess what I'm hearing is this hand, Sony, y'all can have y'all Yakuza because now Yakuza could be a Xbox exclusive. You mean to tell me people gonna buy more Yakuza copies than God of War Ragnarok?
No, they're not.
Sony's not gonna take an L from that at all.
No, but when you have Sony, when you have that Ragnarok, when you have like 3 or 4 more Yakuzas coming out, you have more Personas coming out.
Street Fighter 6, like there's still games that are tailored 4 to 5.
I think Street Fighter 6 is going to be multi-plat this time. I don't think it's going to be a PlayStation exclusive this time.
I hope it is.
Big Zay, I'll be completely honest, bro. Sony's not going to sweep this console generation with exclusives, bro. That shit's not going to fly this time.
I don't mean, but honestly, I don't give a shit. They can do whatever they want to. I just know I'm going to stick with the PlayStation because they got God of War. And until Xbox says I got God of War because I know that's the stronger console, then I'll switch over. But until they have games that says, hey, get me. I'm not buying an Xbox. I don't want to play Halo. I don't want to play Gears of War. I don't want to play
I totally understand that. Yeah. I'm just looking at it from the total package of what people are, playing. It's gamers in general. And, those type of games will, I ain't gonna say that, those type of companies being on one side can really tilt the balance. I mean, I think we talked about this a long time ago when we thought that 2K or Visual Concepts was going to be, or was it Rockstar or whatever could possibly be be bought out by one of these? Like, I don't know. It's something like that would tip the balance because you get rid of Take-Two. Because I think it was one time I was saying Take-Two is going to be bought out by somebody. If any company get that'd be devastating because now you're looking at Grand Theft Auto, you're looking at 2K basketball, possibly the 2K football game. Something like that could tilt the balance of not only just the console war, but just gaming in general. It'd almost be unfair if one company gets something like that. So it's something that Sony need to be really wary of that because if they do get Sega, then Sony gonna have to do something. They're gonna have to.
They'll make a power play somehow. I just don't know what they end up doing.
Yeah, they're gonna have to. I agree because it's almost like because even with I said this in the Discord, and I don't know if y'all haven't joined the Discord. I don't know what's wrong with y'all, but I said this like with Street Fighter 5, that hurt Xbox a lot because Xbox was already prepared to like have more fighting games. Like they had Killer Instinct, they were already get, they was gonna get Mortal Kombat. They had all these other games, and to get Street Fighter 5, that could have helped, but that hurt them.
I say it's trash. That's why I say it's trash. BFB is like, if I can't play the game, trash.
Wait,
hold on. If you can't play the game, maybe you're trash.
No.
You say if I can't play it, it's trash. I'm like, maybe because you're trash.
No, but I'm just saying, as far as exclusives, you also got to think like, even with King of Fighters 14, that was a PS4 exclusive. So it's like that hurt the Xbox. So Xbox like, no, we're not going through this again. now you got to think about it. Not only just games; these guys are buying companies.
They be pressing buttons in these games. Like, what does this do?
I can see
like this. Like, goddamn, man.
I can see Big Zay get on a flight. He'll be like, this is gonna be a pilot say, man, nigga trash. I can't fly a plane. Like, what?
Actually, no, this is the thing. Here's the thing. See, this is what people really don't know. Like not Killer Instinct, but Street Fighter 5, I'm that nigga. Like, I'm for real. Like, I play in tournaments. I'm that nigga. Like, what's that cat named Smug? I've beaten him before with Blanca. Like, I'm that nigga in that game. But Killer Instinct
with Blanca.
Oh, because you don't know what the fuck to do. That's why I like playing with people that you don't know what to get. You don't know how to play Blanca. People don't know how to play the characters I play with.
Wait 1 second. I said I hated playing people that played with Blanca. I didn't say I didn't know how to beat them.
Oh,
it's two different stories. You jumped the conclusion thinking.
I definitely did, but I'm still that nigga. But Killer Instinct, man, it was cool. Just like that, what is it? Marvel versus Capcom. It moves too fast. I'm gonna just wait a minute.
The problem with Killer Instinct, I think the fighting mechanics are great. I love playing that game. Yeah. As far as the fighting mechanic, the game just feels real basic. I think that's the problem with the game. It feels very vanilla, and now I think that's the problem that I have with Killer Instinct on the current one.
Yeah, I just saw.
Yeah, he was yeah, he made a couple of others. No, he made a couple of comments earlier. He been here for a minute. He's been here for a minute.
Well, we're gonna ban him.
Personally, these companies is Microsoft.
Wait a minute, is that VS face in there?
No, you see that, right? You see that, right?
Why does VS look like he's ready to cry? Like, goddamn, I missed that field goal.
Yo, VS, I'm about to say VS look like he just saw that damn onside.
That's what it
was. That's from my thumbnail on my last video.
Why did he have that?
I do not know, but I'm not mad at him though.
You know what? I give like as much ration as I give Pelican Man. There's sometimes he comes back. It is, yeah. You're on my good side for that one. That was pretty funny.
That's a good one. I like that.
That's hard.
I know, right? But no, I mean, person these companies, Microsoft catching up to Sony, yeah, they really are. They're trying to catch up because, like I said, the last generation, they were getting rashed. At Xbox One, Xbox One S, Xbox One X, yeah, they were good consoles, like you said earlier, Zay, but they didn't have nothing. They really didn't.
Yes, they did. Take down the comment. I'm still laughing over that.
What they the only game I like on Xbox, honestly, was Forza 5. I was a big Forza 5 fan.
I got Gran Turismo.
Achievements on that.
I got Gran Turismo.
Yeah, I'm a Gran Turismo. I'm just a driver. I like.
Driving games are fucking fun. I love them shits.
Yeah, I love those games like Forza, Gran Turismo. All of I play them all. Project Cars. Matter of fact, I'm thinking about getting Project Cars 3.
I don't know why I thought you about to say Project Pat. I'm about to say, hold on, that nigga got a video game.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Yeah,
no, Project Pat is a legend. That's my guy. Like, I love Project Pat.
You said what?
A lot of people saying Project Cars 3 is not what's happening. A lot of people,
bro. I heard they got away from the simulation aspects and
Project Cars 2 is so good. Project Cars 2 is so good. It's a shame.
It drives a lot more arcadey because if you go to the YouTube reviews, like anybody reviewing it,
I've seen a couple of them.
Yeah,
I went to Super GT's video his video was talking about it. Yeah. I've been still on Gran Turismo Sport like crazy. I've been playing it every day.
I'm gonna get Horizon 4 after I beat 3. I haven't beat 3 yet.
Well, he said, how about that Need for Speed? I got it on Origin. I ain't too much care for Heat like that. Heat is good, but I ain't care for it like that though. I might need to get it again though.
I played Heat quite a bit actually.
The new grid is good though. The new grid is really good.
Is it?
Yeah, the new grid, the recent grid, that is really good. I like that. That's good. You like racing games? I think you should try that one. That's good.
What type of move was that?
Somebody fucked up based on that. Based on that response.
Because Murray did some move. He was driving, he had his head down, but his leg came up. Like he did a hard stop in the lane and pulled up for like a mid-range shot. It goes in, but I was just like, it just looked awkward. Yeah.
That's facts, Doug Thomas. That is facts.
Oh yeah, Project Pat, that's my OG, man. Oh yeah.
That is facts.
I'm about to say Project Pat got a video game. I can't play that, man. I know the entire time, bro.
Is that Kuzma in the game?
Ravens Nation came in.
Ugh.
Appreciate it.
Ravens Nation.
That's all right. It's all good. Anything y'all got anything else before we go?
There was one thing I wanted to read off. I should have read this during while we were talking about the prices, not the prices, but the pre-orders and stuff like that. I wanted to read this one tweet I was saying about people who are console warring and stuff like that. People like Iggy and folks like that.
Iggy?
So yeah, Iggy, Izzy, whatever his name is.
Wow.
So anyway, okay, the tweet that I put out was like, and this is a Star Wars reference. So it's like the console wars equal to Clone Wars. Tons of epic battles, plot twists, and plot holes. There are heroes on both sides, but an underlying evil is pulling all the strings here.
Oh.
So,
my son moved my wallet somewhere. I think he even got me supposed to my money.
So that's my overall thought about because this console war has been going on longer than it's had to, and people are playing themselves like cheerleading for free. Like they're not getting paid. They're just doing it for free, not getting any kickbacks or nothing.
Well, I mean, that's been going on since Xbox One came out. They've been corporate slaving for free ever since.
No, but I mean, but I'm saying like when it comes to like on social media and people hiding under the guise of gaming discussions. So,
well, listen,
Pokemon.
You can look back here and tell I am not. I'm not no fanboy of none of these consoles. I just
Pelican Man, I'll tell you what I'm copping. I'm copping a Rosetta Stone for you to spell better on this day. Right, that's what I'm copping for you.
All right, let's get to that real quick. Pooh said, "What are my thoughts on Hot Pursuit Remastered? I need that in my life. Hot Pursuit was the shit on PlayStation 2, so that needs to be remastered like ASAP."
Give me the first Gran
Get right here. What's up, Doug Thomas?
It's the 2010 one being remastered, not the PS2 one. I still would like the PS2.
I need the Genesis Road Rash and Road Rash 2. I need those two.
Give me the first Gran Turismo where it starts out with that red Corvette, bro.
Boy, you beat everybody in eight turn.
Pelican Man said, man, I'm still mad at this shit.
That's sweet.
I'm gonna get Xbox eventually.
Somebody touched him in the wrong spot.
Nah, VF look like Crystal woke him up in the middle of the night like, you buy another game?
No.
He got that look like, oh shit. She found it.
That's just how I be looking too. Like, oh shit.
What's this receipt I see?
Let's see. G-Rob said, I need a SOCOM 2 remaster. Yo, man, Zipper Interactive is no longer around, man. That's the problem, man.
When they said there was a rumor that SOCOM was supposed to...
If it do, I hope the group get back together because Zipper Interactive was the ones that made SOCOM.
Because I know that group that made Siphon Filter, they did Days Gone. They had their little Easter egg with Siphon Filter.
Yeah, they did.
989. Yeah.
Yeah, they did. I forgot about that.
But I definitely need to see a real Splinter Cell appearance, not put Sam Fisher in game A, game Z, game whatever, and not have a game for himself. We need a Splinter Cell. And we don't need the recent type of Splinter Cell. We need the old-fashioned type of gameplay Splinter Cell.
King David said PC upgrades is what I'm doing. Yeah, I'm doing one too. I did that. I talked about it in my last video. Now I'm gonna buy me another monitor. I seen this one 165 hertz monitor that I'm trying to get, so I'm gonna try to get that by the end of the week. And I'm gonna upgrade my CPU. So
because I know I'm maintaining my flexibility when it comes to next gen.
G-Rob on the bandwagon, tossing King, yes, sir. Oh, y'all PC.
The best console out right now anyway, bro.
Oh boy, here we go.
Oh yeah. No switch on the bitch, you feel me?
Switch on
wow. I already see that. That is already possibly a line.
I know, right?
One of your next songs.
It might be. It might be.
And you literally will be holding a controller when you do that in the video. I could see that.
All right, Phil, what you got before we get out of here?
I don't got nothing. Thank you everybody for coming through. Yeah, thank you everybody for coming through.
What's up with you?
BigZayMack for coming through.
Hey man, thank y'all for having me, man. And I gotta say it one time for the fam first and frame rates. If y'all ain't with the Patreon, come shop with the fam, man. I'm a part of it. Y'all need to come everybody can compensate, man.
Yeah, take the time to take the time to look at it. You just look at it. Trust me, a dollar goes a long way. We'll just put it like that.
A dollar's gonna go towards buying an actual reputable jersey for him instead of Kyler Murray. That's a.
I got D-Hop and Patrick Peterson, Fish. I got a Matt Liner in the closet, bro.
Oh,
wow.
That's how far back I go, man.
Hey, you a fan for real? You got Matt Liner.
So you don't go back. Wait a minute. Hold on. So you're not a true fan. You don't go back to Jake the Snake days.
I was about to say that.
You don't go back to the Ricky Pro days.
I got an Emmitt Smith in there.
I was just about to say if you I was just about to say if you don't have the washed Emmitt Smith days, then you ain't a real Cardinals fan.
Yeah, you don't have the Larry Centers days.
I got an Ian Williams. Come on, man.
I'll tell you what though. In all seriousness, I need an Anquan Bolden rookie jersey though.
I got that. I got it with the flag.
Man. Anquan Bolden was the guy I thought he was going to be when he was the real dual threat. Wide receiver, no, triple threat. Wide receiver, running back, quarterback.
And he played quarterback at Florida State, yeah.
Yeah, he did all those at Florida State. That's what I'm saying.
What you got, DJ?
Well, what the fuck just happened? We'll have episode 2 tomorrow night on Twitch. You can follow me there at EVO325. Haven't finalized the topics that I'm going to bring up, but I will, and thank you, VF, for the banner. I will finalize that at some point before the show. It comes on at 8 p.m. tomorrow, because tomorrow being a Wednesday, just keep track of our days here. So go check me out.
You there?
But so I'm sure VF will probably be streaming a little bit before that. So if you guys are already over there.
You know, if I do it, because I'll say I may stream and I'll let you know what I'll stream when it's my turn. So, go ahead.
So, other than that, wait a minute, what did Pooh say? Will DJ stop trying to get me to care about 3 other sports the world may never know? Just because the world may never know those sports are coming out of Philly, with those teams not winning really much recently, and especially with the Philadelphia Phillies floundering. You know, you let the Marlins get ahead of you guys? Wow.
The Flounderdelphia Phillies.
Flounderdelphia. Wow.
But anyway, the dirtiest city on earth.
Geno's is trash.
Yeah, Geno's definitely trash.
I went to Philly. I had one last year. I'm like, ew. I don't know what this is, bro. I really said ew, bro. Like, no, it wasn't good. Hey, fool, where you get the good cheesesteaks at in Philly, man? Like, where they at, bro?
Not in Philly.
Bro, you got to go to Philly and ask somebody.
Man, that's the point, man. I'm a tourist, man. I go to, what a cheesesteaks. Hey, go to Geno's. Go to Geno's. I said, hell no. Shit was garbage.
Geno's, hell no.
There's a YouTube video. You can find the top 10.
Wait a minute. Well, exposed. How you be a Phillies fan and you ain't got none of this stuff? How you be a fan of exposed?
Damn.
Everybody.
He not even for the city.
Super L's in the chat. How could you? Come on,
Is this like a second L in the chat for today? Is that a record?
I would give him an L, but I'm gonna break my damn L button as many L's as we giving him.
For that. How you gonna be fulfilling? You ain't got no memorabilia. Come on, bro.
Wow.
Because I don't want them. Okay.
Because I don't want them.
You don't want them? Well, you must want them L's then.
Yo, why don't you go get a jersey for EDP's fat ass? It'd probably be a blanket. Embarrassment to y'all's fucking sport.
Goodness,
Wow.
man. What you got?
Yep.
Other than that, man, appreciate everybody coming out to come talk sports and video games with us, man. If you ain't heard the album, man, go check it out. King of Trump Music out everywhere, man. Follow me on IG, man, at BigZayMack. That's BigZayMack Raps, man. Other than that, man, you see what I'm doing. I'm playing the game on the podcast. Get my Pokemon on. I'm a big ass kid.
Once again, I put the link in the description. Y'all need to go over there and buy this man's music. And I'm not saying that because he's here.
Really
good. He'll say you need to buy this man's music.
He said your haircut is an L.
What? Wow. Another L for a third L for Pooh.
What Pooh get an L for?
He's talking to you?
No, he's talking to you.
He can't be talking to me.
Remember, it's delayed, so he's probably coming off the fact that you just said you give him your L button would be broken if you give him another L. Like he met his L quota.
Yeah, let me tell you, I don't have enough strands in my hair to make up for the number of L's that you have.
Like I said,
I don't even have enough strands in my head.
Y'all need to go buy this man's music. Also, he has another EP out. What is a country rap one?
Yes, sir.
Buy that. Buy both of them, and trust me, you will not be disappointed. You'll have a great weekend. Play it in the car, man. It's good music, man. It's just good music. Can't say no to good music.
Did Pelican Man say the cards are?
Oh yeah, what he say? He said, he said ZayMack cards over Saints.
Or Saints over cards. L for BF not being able to interpret what the assuming everything on the left is greater than everything on the right. Yo, Pelican Man is 2 for 2 for tonight. I can give him that.
right.
Nah.
Everywhere.
But I am taking the cards over the Saints. I'm taking the cards over the Saints in that one.
Fuck the Saints. Fuck the Saints.
Damn.
Motherfuckers had a parade bitching about the refs after your quarterback
next year, garbage. Like,
bum ass.
As for me, man, yeah, I might stream tomorrow. If I do, I'm going to stream the college revamp roster and mod update for NCAA 14. I want to show you guys the new.
That's gonna be interesting.
Yeah, I want y'all to see the new the fields that they've done, the new uniforms they've done for the ACC and the SEC. It looks really good. They've done a really good job.
I did see the preview of that. That is nice.
Yeah, they're doing God's work over there when it comes to college football games. So I will probably be streaming that, just showing you guys what it looks like. I'm not sure if I'll play any games. I did update the roster, so I do have the current rosters as of the 18th of September. So that's this month. So I do have the updated rosters as of this week. So I may play a game. I don't know, but I'm definitely going to show off the new uniforms because I think Florida State now has like 15 different uniforms now. I mean, it's like really.
Sure. They have more uniforms than victories in the last 2 years. That's my team, but the thing is, they forever taken L's, and now their coach has COVID. So
I mean, man, don't do that.
That's what happened. He couldn't coach the team. Well, I don't even know if they played this weekend because
they have
not like anybody cares about Florida State anymore.
Florida State has a bunch of jerseys. The NC State, they've done a phenomenal job. NC State, Syracuse. I mean, you have to see it for yourself. I've been looking at it the other day. I think I'm gonna stream that. So hopefully, you guys come through to see that. Then go see the new episode on DJ's Twitch. And other than that, man,
I'm gonna be there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Pooh, you just worry about Carson Wentz making it to week 5 because we called him getting injured in week 4.
Week 5, worry about next week. Shit, week 5, you giving them too much.
All right, we're gonna be back Thursday. We're gonna talk about these week 3. We're gonna pick some teams for the week 3. Maybe Sega is bought up by Xbox. Maybe we'll talk about that then.
If not, everybody that predicted us getting an L, making that rumor.
Right, making that rumor, right? But we'll talk about
Good
it
thing
then.
I didn't make that prediction.
Right. Anything else that comes about, catch us on iTunes, SoundCloud, Google Play. Go subscribe if you want to catch us outside of us being here on live. And we'll just hit you guys up next time. Check out the Patreon once again. All right, y'all guys.
Hold on. Before we leave, who was that cat that said that looked like Ice Cube, man?
That was Neff?
Neff.
Yeah, he left out. Yeah.
That's cool. I already heard, man. They said in the face he looked like Floyd Mayweather grandma. So it's all good.
Oh.
All right, we out, man. Y'all be good. Peace.